Oh
mate.
God. Here we go.
Here we go. What's going on there?
Oh God.
Human now, yeah?
You all laughed at me.
I
You're not laughing now, are you?
Right, Nige.
All right, production.
Production needs to sort this stuff.
Sorry.
The spirits weren't happy.
I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, welcome back to DR Sports, the weekend preview / roundup, because there was some very important games to talk about this week. I'm sure we'll get into those. Welcome back. Loads of European stuff to recap, as well as look ahead to the Europa League fixtures tonight, and of course the Premier League fixtures at the weekend as well. Myself, AGT. We've got Abbi. We've got Flex. We've got Matisse. And supporting the team that has just beaten Real Madrid 3-0, it's Laurie Lyon.
I've never been so thrilled to see you. My favourite uncle.
Right, smash the like button, people. Get your comments in. Big up to production. They were getting a couple of belters in the comments after Monday's show. I don't know if you guys saw. So production, yeah.
Right.
And audio levels and whatnot. So hopefully they don't get that after this show today. Superchats coming in by the dozen. We'll get into them as well. But there's only one place to start, people, and it's Arsenal, right? I won't even say potentially. That is the greatest night in Arsenal's Champions League history, without question, without a shadow of a doubt. I've never seen
Better than when they went to the Bernabeu.
Yeah, even more than Miss.
No, this is up there in terms of the Emirates era. I'm saying that this is their most
Emirates era.
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Better
Even
than
more than getting
Barcelona.
to the final itself.
I would say this one, in terms of the era, what it could obviously lead to, I'd say this one, yeah. I mean, you're an Arsenal fan, you can say better than me, but from a neutral, I'm looking at that going, that's impressive, right?
Oh, yeah, it was
None of us had
seriously
Arsenal to win that game 3-0. Declan Rice with 2 unbelievable free kicks that he hasn't scored a free kick in 339 games in his career.
Yeah.
And in 13 minutes, he wraps 2 in the top bins. It is just unbelievable. I'm speechless by it. I really am speechless. And the goal from Marino, 3 goals of absolute top quality.
Shout
Let's
out
go
to you, by
Laurie.
the way. You messaged me on the night, which I thought was classy. Shame some of this lot were not as contrived.
I didn't have signal.
Because I remember.
I got your number, mate.
Yeah.
I recall. I was saying it to production.
Whenever you message me to troll me, it comes up with plus something. So I don't know who it is.
I had a prior
Yeah, of course
There
you
was
did.
there
Of
was
course
other
you did.
games on. There was championship on. This big promotion race.
Yeah, big leagues games.
Yeah.
I remember being on the
Biggest game of the
same
night.
setting just when the draw was announced and we discussed it. I was filling in for Robbie. And you, man, when I suggested that we could beat them, you lot was hammering me. My man here,
Not me.
shouting me down.
All right.
And I said at the time, Abby, I said, and you can go back and look at it, I
Why am I
said,
catching
I
straight?
hope when we beat them, the apology is as loud as the disrespect. And since I've come in this room, not one of you, man, I come up to you and say, Laurie,
I've already
you know
said
what,
it,
I
though.
apologise.
I didn't know you
already-
played.
I don't have anything to apologise for because I didn't tell you.
You
Alright.
weren't
beat
here.
them.
Maybe you weren't here.
yeah.
The most
weren't me.
impressive
What
I've
a-
ever seen Arsenal play.
It was.
I'll be frank.
It
I've
was.
never
It was
expected
very, very good. Very
I mean,
good.
the job's not done yet.
Good,
It's
you know.
not.
Massive, very
It's-
good.
The job's not done
You know when
It
you've
was
just
very,
you know when
very
you've just
good.
put your heart and soul into the exam.
Yeah.
And your teacher
put my
comes
heart
with a little
into it.
smiley face at the top of the page. Very good. Don't disrespect me.
It's
Please.
very good.
Don't disrespect me.
And- What do you
mean?
I got full marks. That's more than very good. That's incredible. That's brilliant. Bring the language, the adjectives.
It was very good.
Very good.
And I was watching, and when the first one went in, of Declan Rice, I thought, "Oh, look at that!"
I know you didn't.
Oh, look at
no,
that.
you didn't think,
There's
cool,
no way
look
you
at
said
that.
Abby.
And
Be
then
honest. What did
Yeah,
you really
no, yeah,
say?
just tell the real.
I
no.
can't say it on
Okay,
here.
fair
Can't say it on here. We're a family show. The second one, I was doing the washing up, and I saw that they had it. They had another free kick, and I just went, "This is definitely going in." I can't tell you why I felt that. Off it went.
Which one was better?
Second. The second one, I genuinely, my body wanted to clap and give it the round of applause it deserved, but obviously the inner demons in me were like, "No, babe, stop." But
you can do that
look,
then.
Marino goal.
Oh,
Lovely.
That was, what an,
Both
what,
Rice
what
goals.
finish.
I don't want
Should
to.
have won about 5-0.
It was a complete demolition of Madrid, and it was such a complete performance defensively. You've got injuries, and I can only give you credit.
I don't want to apologise just yet because I'd hate for them to lose 4-0 in the
horrible,
second
wouldn't
leg
it?
and then
Let's
just
just
feel like
have
It's impossible. Nah.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think Arsenal are going to go
They'd have
through.
to do it.
But,
Guys.
however, we pray.
We pray.
And I don't want to apologise
What's your
early just in case
Just
that
in case you're
happens.
just leaving it
and then
open.
I'm just wasting time. However,
You need to
They're
get out of
through.
that Arsenal
that
day.
performance.
What do you mean? I'm just don't have a go at me
worry.
because I'm calling what I see.
worry.
And also,
I've just
even
been
on this
very
same
co- I've
panel,
just been very complimentary.
No, even on this panel, when
Through
I was
gritted
like,
teeth.
they're gonna give them a game at the Emirates, they ain't losing. That's what I
I
said.
said 2-2.
I didn't think they would win like that, but
I thought it'd be a draw.
I was saying
I
they're
thought
gonna
it'd be
play
a draw.
well and they're not gonna get smashed up like everyone's saying.
Bro,
you know
I
the
was
thing
coming off
is,
the back of doing shows with Rory telling me they got no chance to win. I'm saying they're not. They got a chance. Arsenal got a chance. I've always been in that mindset. So
I
don't
can
know why it comes to me.
understand.
I said it would be a draw. I didn't say they would lose. I said it would be a draw. I said they would lose a second leg.
So what?
But
We're
I'm
chatting
not-
about parades
I'm just-
and that in the chat.
Well,
It's
yeah,
a
I
bit
would,
premature
I
for
would
that,
just
though.
say
Yeah, of
it
course.
does seem the way that your fan base, again, you don't tend to over celebrate, but like it just would seem as if you've won the whole competition at this point.
No, I think a part of that is because so many people, yourselves included, by the way, wrote us off. You know what I mean? So naturally, there's going to be that reaction. I mean,
Of course.
if you notice at the end of the game, another impressive thing about the players did not over celebrate, in my view. They seemed quite calm, quite stoic.
because
And
it is
I
still
like that.
halfway.
You know what I mean? That is the right
Do
way
you know what it is, right? I slapped this table. I said 0 chance. I said 0 chance.
did.
Don't even waste my time. Don't even utter these words into the atmosphere. So we have to hold that as rivals because Arsenal went out there and they dominated from start to finish. The only chances Madrid got were Arsenal mistakes because the lapse of concentration. We're talking Saka cooking Alaba. I know he's just fresh off an injury, but that brother was cooked to smithereens.
Hooked and cooked.
Alaba
Cooked
hooked.
and hooked.
Cooked and
We're
hooked.
talking Lewis Skelly on the left back position.
Different.
Rodrigo didn't get a sniff. Vinny didn't get a sniff. Bellingham, one little pass. That was it.
He got little broed by Skelly.
That was it.
That was naughty, though, from Skelly.
And-
I
Yeah, a
thought
little
they-
bit. Just
I
it
thought
wasn't
they-
a full
no,
fight.
no,
It was.
no,
It
no.
could have been, but it weren't, and it weren't.
And by the way, this could have been 6-0.
Little yellow, though.
This could have been 6-0.
could have been, yeah.
Courtois was Real Madrid's best player.
Yeah.
This could have been 6-0. Chance after chance. In that first half, Saka's cutbacks. We're talking double Courtois saves, world-class
That
saves. We're
Rice
talking
chance,
clearance
yeah.
off the line from Bellingham. It
And
could have been
Alaba.
6. Real Madrid count themselves lucky to get out of the Emirates 3-0 down and still have a slim
That's what
chance.
Bellingham said in the
100%.
presser after.
So it's a 10 out of 10 performance. In the Champions League, you perform like that against Real Madrid, the biggest club in the world, the Champions League holders. You have to get your flowers. I know we wanna
Can't say nothing
We
else.
can't.
Can't.
I'm sorry.
Giving them their flowers.
Yeah.
No, but we have to give
to
give
do it
them the
properly.
whole bunch bouquet.
When we
like
beat them, we
we
were
can't
lucky
even
though.
give them just one flower. You have to give them the whole
An
bouquet.
apology would be fine.
No. Slow down.
When it's done. When the job's
When it's done,
finished, yeah.
when it's done, if you, which you will, I think, but if you go through, cool, no problem. I'll apologize, but it's not done yet.
No, but
There's still another 90 minutes.
You know what was interesting though? Like, I couldn't understand why so many people have written us off. If you look at Real Madrid this season, and I've done the stats and the research, prior to that game, they'd actually lost 10 games in all comps this season. They've been beaten by the likes of Lyon,
Liverpool.
2-0,
Thank you.
Real
That should have
Betis,
been 4-0 as
Valencia.
I hear it.
You know what I mean? So you're not talking about an invincible team. Okay, they're very, very good. Yes, you know, their record in the Champions League is exemplary, 15 times winners, holders of the competition, the heritage, all the rest of it, the players, the Galacticos. But they were not this invincible side that many people were portraying them to be. I think a lot of it, though, was trolling as well.
It's not even that. It's Real Madrid don't need to be invincible to beat you in the Champions League. That's the
Yeah.
point. Real Madrid have never in the
but
last
it's the
couple
fact
of
that
years been
people's giving us
invincible.
no chance, though.
Yeah,
but
but
that's-
because of the DNA in the competition.
It's the DNA of Arsenal.
done to City.
It's the DNA of Arsenal in the competition.
Both,
Arteta in European competition, and also the DNA of Real Madrid. So it was just lopsided in my opinion in terms of the two clubs. Real Madrid have cheated, scammed their way through multiple and many
Yeah.
Champions League knockout ties. The amount of teams that feel hard done by an exit to Real Madrid. Just go look at the list. You'll
Even
be
the
there all
final
day.
last year.
Liverpool,
exactly.
PSG, Man City. You'll be there all day. The point was, I actually expected Arsenal to play better than Madrid in
Yeah.
this first game. That's not a surprise. I just thought Mbappe would put his chance away,
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
them 1-0 up, silence the crowd. You've put all that hard work in. You've played well. You're bopping it about. Rice Party dominated the midfield. I think only Odegaard really left that pitch. And listen, no one's going to really care as an Arsenal fan, but I just think Odegaard, he's
Still in a funk, innit?
He's in a funk, and the way that Arsenal are progressing, and Wanyeri and the summer, I don't think his position in that team should be guaranteed. I really don't, because
That's an interesting point.
Yep.
I mean, there's a school of thought that says that if had he not been captain, he probably would have had to fall on his sword by now in terms of his production. But having said that, he does bring a lot of other things to the team, like leading the press, the energy, the perceived leadership. So
Arsenal deserve every bit of their flowers, man. You can't. There's not like. Don't matter who you support. If you just see that, I get the Tottenham thing. So yeah, fair enough. If you support Tottenham, that's maybe the only acceptance of like.
I've given it.
And you have, yeah. But through gritted teeth, it's
Begrudgingly.
one of them ones, yeah.
Begrudgingly.
I don't want you to smile. No. You're right. You've done the
done my
maximum
part. Done my
capability of
part.
what you can do.
it's like forcing a kid to have vegetables. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
100%.
At the dinner
Don't want to
table.
eat greens.
Eat your
That's
greens.
fine.
Eat your greens, Abby. Come on, eat your
There's still
greens.
some left, but you
Have your
will allow
broccoli,
you-
man. Come on.
will allow you.
And dare I say it,
I'm
we've
not gonna
done.
blow your smoke up their
No, that's
arse.
fine. But the thing is, it was
Commended
two a
them.
man.
I said they were great. The Rice guard wanted to clap.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they did
No,
good.
it's true. It's true. They did. And obviously, Declan Rice is getting all the plaudits, yeah? And rightly so, because of what he did. Saka, like you say, rightly so. Lewis Skelly, Thomas Partey,
Oh man,
locked down the thing, mate.
it's
Like,
unbelievable
the
that we've not.
security.
Camavinga, though, what an idiot.
Yeah, we just got
No, but
annoyed,
he was
didn't
going to
it?
miss the
Yeah.
game anyway.
I think he was going to miss the game anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, he was out. He was
Mate, they're 3-0 down.
Booting the
It's just
ball
a-
away.
It is what it is. But Thomas Partey had it on lock, kept recycling the ball, they couldn't get out. And you know what? Jacob Kivior wasn't even massively tested in the end,
No.
but he comes through that test unscathed.
Clean sheet, mate.
Well, he'd
Saliba
actually
just kept
made a
everything
really
fine.
bad mistake in the first 5
Straight
minutes
away.
of that
Yeah,
game,
he goes with his
I
left foot.
kind
and
of
then
put that down to nerves, and
Of
after
course.
that,
So he felt his
settled
way into
down.
the game.
Yeah,
Martinelli's
yeah.
work rate was
Oh, man.
incredible.
Yeah.
He sort of went, you know what? Let me help out Lewis Skelly. Like, I'll be the senior player. I'm going to make sure we're all right down this side. Not that I'm saying like Lewis Skelly needs much help.
It was
but
interesting because
he
on
was-
the
he was
night
brilliant.
we did a AFTV production at Box Bar in Shoreditch. Shout out to those guys at Box Bar. They really looked after
What a
us.
night for it, though, to have
What
that.
a
Yeah,
night.
amazing.
Wow.
So the way we were reading the game up until the first goal, I was like, this is really good, but we need that goal.
At
So
home.
Yeah.
you need
Yeah.
that
getting
goal.
that goal on the 57th minute, the way Declan Rice took that, the minute that went in, I knew we were going to
Yeah,
win
you're
that
going to
game.
go on to...
Because
Just
yeah,
the
the whole
energy
energy
around it,
change,
yeah.
the whole momentum.
But you see
change.
on him though, just quickly on Declan Rice, there's so much said about him, right? You know, online and just like, people say he's good, but he ain't this, or he's all
big
right,
up
but he's not
Scorcher,
100 million. And Scorcher, listen, he's been called out
That's my
by
guy.
myself.
Stick
He's
to
been
rugby.
called out by loads of people, and he's put up a few things afterwards saying, "Fra, I felt like he was taking them free kicks against me." Fair enough. Like
Big
you
up,
have
big
to
up, yeah.
monumentally
It's the
hold that.
first one he's done.
But-
Two
yeah.
in 13.
But like,
yeah.
just him as a player, though. I've been people say, "Oh, you always want to support that." No, I just say it as I see it. Declan Rice, even from when he was at West Ham, I've always been a big admirer of him. He can do it all. Yes, there's a little bit of criticism of like, okay, is he going to get you a high volume of assists and goals? Like in the final third, he needs to do a bit more. And if you play him deeper, can he dictate the game with his range of? Okay, yeah, little cross in one column, which he's improving on. Everything else, he can do. It's just because it's not the sexy name and all of that. We say the Rodri
Can I
thing
come
and
in
we
there?
say this
Can I
thing.
come in there?
When you're talking about impactful midfielders who can run a game with their physicality, with their anticipation of danger, with putting out fires before they even start blazing,
Bit of
then
everything.
carry the ball, then putting balls into the box.
I was gonna say, but
set
the
pieces.
quality of
what do you want?
corners,
Ball striking ability,
so
which
good.
the technique and his technique and like his tech is there. Like he can play the game in the right way. He just says by his own admission, I know I could do it. Like he's not surprised he's put that in the top bins.
No.
You get that? He's just saying I need to do that
West
more.
Ham on the run for
West
Europe.
Ham,
Left
do you know what I'm
foot,
saying?
near
Left foot.
post, top corner.
He's been
Yeah.
doing it.
I often think with Declan Rice, he's almost like he's a victim of what I call that kind of reverse racism, if you like. So, because he's an English player, and they don't often get that sort of caricatured as this guy that can run the game, super skillful, does it. You know what I mean? It's
Like if
almost
he was on the
he's just
continent
a work,
doing that in like La
He
Liga
gets-
and that, they would say, "Right, this guy like Zubermendi." I bet like Zubermendi or someone will come here won't be able to see Rice, like all stuff like that. You know what I mean? There's all these midfielders
So he
that come here and do this stuff.
He gets
These
stereotypes
levels
into that
These levels.
kind of, does a lot of running, works hard. But there's other bits to his
does
game that
everything.
doesn't get the credit it deserves.
He does everything. I don't care what
does.
I say. He
No,
does
I agree
everything.
with
And
you.
do you know what? The 2 free kicks, there were 2 different techniques as well. And I have to shout out the set piece coach, right? Got his mural outside the ground, telling him to cross it, cross.
That was a
Big up to
disgrace.
Saka, saying, don't listen to him. If you feel like you can do it, If you're feeling it, do it.
These
Apparently Odegaard was telling
Odegaard
him
as
to
well.
cross
These
it as
these
well.
these
Odegaard
people,
crosses
They're drilled to do,
everything.
innit?
these
In them
people are
situations.
killing.
Cross from 5
They're
yards
killing our
out.
sport. They're killing our sport. Imagine crossing from that position. We've grown up on
Gerrard would never.
Gerrards, Lampards, people that will take free kicks from a distance, whack them in, Beckham, Ronaldo, and you're out here, Van der Vaart for you, and you're out here just looking to cross the ball from that position.
mad.
That is insane.
Where's the ball strikers?
Bro, if you're a kid on the
Where
playground,
are they?
If you're a kid on the playground, someone tells you to cross.
Where's the fun in that?
Are you stupid?
Exactly.
Yeah, where's
Don't
the
come
fun
whisper in my ear about
risk.
cross.
Take a risk.
Bro, I'm
Get the
hitting this.
reward.
Like you stand back here, you puff your chest out, you do the Ronaldo, and you start licking your lips. You're like, I'll have that. You know what I mean? I'll size up the keeper.
And when you
looking
start
around the
skying
wall.
it, obviously a man
What's
will say
going
to
on
you,
with the
listen,
game?
Yeah.
Let me have this one.
Come on, man.
But there needs to be that willingness to try.
But Flex, you know how the box is 18 yards? Sometimes when it's 20 yards out, it's actually too close to shoot.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do want it
Yeah,
25, 26.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
can bend it up and down and get it
Yeah.
around the wall. And I have to say, I was speechless. I was in disbelief when
Bro.
them two got wrapped in. And the third one, that
Oh,
finish as
man.
well.
That was a great
The way-
finish.
He's going backwards.
He's going backwards, and and it reminds me of
Olivier Giroud for me.
Olivier Giroud finish. But do you remember the Coutinho goal against Man City in 14,
Yes,
where he comes back
and
and
wraps
whips
it.
it
Yeah,
round
yeah,
the
yeah.
body? The
At Anfield,
technique
yeah.
on that is a
Wicked.
joke. And
Yeah.
trust me, as a person who's seen Courtois play out of his skin in a final, the only place that man cannot save stuff is in the top corners or the right in the bottom corner.
World-class
he did
keeper.
2 double saves.
Yeah,
in
he was
that game.
unbelievable.
He did
that game.
everything
He was good.
good.
2 double saves.
All the
Goals
shots
that
were
went in, he could do
unsavable.
nothing.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
only place this man
unsavable.
can be beaten is right in the top corner. And Rice said, "Do you know what?
I love it.
Hold that one."
Do you know-
Pick
You know
that
what?
one
You
out
know
of
what?
there. Unbelievable.
About those goals as well. That for me is like almost like a watershed moment because you speak to
Turning
any
point.
Arsenal fan that one of our biggest bugbears, and I include myself in that, so we don't shoot enough. We don't take those risks that you guys have spoken about.
Arsenal try
For him
and pass it.
to, so
Yeah.
this whole chip it in the box. No, the
for
fans
it.
want to see you go for it.
Science,
The
innit?
third goal, which is for me, that's right up there because the way he took that. I mean, Marino gets a lot of stick, right? He's not obviously
be.
our
He
main
shouldn't really. He's
striker.
not meant to be a striker.
Exactly.
And man's got 6 in
Great
10, so
record, yeah.
or whatever.
I think
it is.
Havertz and
people
Jesus are in
look
trouble.
at him-
Yeah.
I think people look at him, right? He is tall, but he's not what I would call physically imposing. He's not quick. So he's not like easy on the eye aesthetically. However, his technique is spot on and he's a very intelligent footballer. And when that ball comes to him in the ball, like you said, the way he contorts his body, gets around it, gets the shot
the
off.
hips.
That's what you
all
want.
in
You
the
want your
hips.
players to trust themselves to shoot, to take on those opportunities. Too many times, players, not just Arsenal, but especially Arsenal, at
There's
times,
someone we haven't
taking the
spoken
extra
about
touch, trying to pass it.
On which side?
Let it
on. Oh yeah, because we can get to Real Madrid bit in a second. There's someone we haven't spoke about last year on the Arsenal bit. Is Mikel Arteta because
flowers.
as an open floor.
He's ruining it.
I know. Listen, our job is to talk about these things objectively and talk about all the ingredients to the win. So we're talking about all these players.
Oh, you ruined it.
Are we not? We're talking
It's
about all
the players' game, man.
Yeah?
Let the players
Alright,
play,
cool.
man.
We're talking about all these players, and he have Arsenal in that game. From what I saw, I'm just opening up the floor.
Go on.
It looked like one of the first times imposter syndrome was gone. Remember quarterfinals last year against Bayern?
Yeah.
What did we all say? We went, yes, I don't believe that the game, the tie was over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's his name? Kimmich header.
Yeah.
Away at one, and we went, they just didn't believe. What was that? Like, it didn't. This time,
He went up against the eyebrow.
he went up against the eyebrow where he's got no chance. And listen, it's halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vinny's coming to town. Jude's coming to town.
Saka's
Mbappe
Saka's
in Air
getting
Max
the questions.
95s, bro.
I don't think
He's
they
come
came
to
town.
London
They
in
didn't come
Air
to town.
Maxes, bro.
Air Maxes.
Yeah.
Bro rocked
Pulled
up.
110s. Yeah.
Bro.
In North London.
He had
Yeah.
the Just Do It night bag.
Just Do It night bag. Air Maxes. Yeah. So they are pulling up. Yeah. Bro, his team was drilled.
Yeah.
They believed they should be there. They were intense. They had quality. They had organization.
She's gonna cry.
I'm just saying.
She gonna cry.
Does Mikel Arteta?
No, he definitely gets credit for
does
that.
he deserve credit?
He does
Or
get
do we
credit for that. Of course,
He
he
gets
does.
credit.
Of
For
course,
me,
he gets
it's
credit.
like
100%.
he's turned the corner a little bit, and I know we're only halfway, and you know it would be an absolute capitulation if they didn't go through. But you've got to enjoy these moments. I remember when we beat Roma 5-2 and we beat City 3-0. We didn't go on to win the Champions League, but this is what football's all about. You have to enjoy these moments, and Arsenal fans will look back on that in 20 years. and say that was. We'll see what happens after this, but they could say that was the turning point for us in Europe. Yes, they've won, the Invincibles in their 20 years without a title, but in Europe, I think for me, yes, they've been to a final before, but in the modern day era, this is their turning point. It's a cornerstone. It's all of that. They arose in Europe. They've potentially knocked out the holders. This for me, even me as an Arteta doubter sometimes, who hasn't got the bottle in the right moments, doesn't get it tactically right.
Just for this game, I'm not saying we can say he's completed it now. And
as a football fan, yeah, like seeing those free kicks, you had to be like, fuck, Fez, that was good. Like I enjoyed watching that. Like aesthetically,
bro, you fell off your chair.
Yeah, I fell off my chair, bro. I was blammed out of my boots, bro. I couldn't believe what was going on. Man was sent to Pluto. Bro, I was gone. Bro, I was sent to Pluto, bro.
When Rice
It was an explosion in my house, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was mad.
But I do hope that's their bro.
I know.
I do hope that was their biggest moment.
Yeah,
of the
we need
season.
the crash now.
Like, no, it's not even like. Just let that be your biggest moment.
I'm happy. I'm saying you must enjoy it.
Yeah, enjoy it. I hope that's their biggest moment.
Is there a problem with my mic?
Yeah,
Everyone in the
do.
chat saying my
Enough
mic's too
now.
low. Production, wake up. Says games then. So
Listen,
wake up.
PSG will be waiting for them, man. Oi, listen.
Give him the credit. It was very, very good game. Very well coached. Well done. But assuming they do get through, Matisse and I spoke about it.
Yeah.
We're doing a French along.
Yeah. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Mes amis. Je
Croissant.
m'appelle. On deux,
Monster.
trois.
That'll be a game.
Oui, oui.
I want to see that.
Oui,
Listen,
oui,
do
oui,
I
oui,
think
oui.
that Arsenal will go on and win the Champions League? No, I don't. I still don't think that.
Can't see Barcelona. Can't
But
see
you've
PSG.
got to celebrate that as an Arsenal fan, right? That's unbelievable what they did.
And they are.
And there was Lucas Vasquez who after said if there's any team that can make a comeback 3-0 down, it's Real Madrid. But Real Madrid have never come back from 3-0 down because they never needed to
They can do the
in the
impossible.
past. So
They've
far,
never scored against Arsenal.
Liverpool Milan in the final,
Never.
Liverpool Barca. We all saw, what happened. We lost to Barca 3-0. We beat them 4-0. So it can happen.
Yeah, it
Spurs Ajax.
Yep.
Milan Deportivo, PSG Barca. So actually, Madrid have never actually done it. But again, I am not going to write them off because I've seen it and
What's
I've done it.
Anyhow, it's
I'm
like
not writing
early
them off
goal.
still.
You know what I mean?
If they
2-0
score the
at
first
half
15
time.
minutes.
No, I mean, obviously-
Madrid!
No, but the
5
thing
minutes,
is,
I need to hear that.
right, that third goal, Mourinho's third goal is so important because what that does is that gives you a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of margin.
If it was
for error.
4, it's done.
Oh, yeah.
But 3, I've seen it with my own club. We've done it to Messi,
Just to even
Suarez,
get to 3-3,
Coutinho,
then it's like
PK,
4.
Alba,
Yeah.
Busquets.
And then the
We've done that to
momentum's with them as well.
So it can
You're
happen.
shitting
It
at
can
that point.
happen.
can
Imagine you're 3-0 up and you get dragged back to 3-3.
It's three-
Fuck, you know,
listen,
mate. You don't want extra time.
But
Bro,
the
get
way,
me out of here.
but can I just say though, the way we've defended this season, I mean,
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah,
you
it don't
can
look
see-
like
you
that's
can
gonna
see the
happen.
6
Yeah, I
goals.
don't-
That's the
That level
problem.
of performance
That's the
looked
problem.
like Arsenal could go Bernabeu and win.
But this is the thing. I need Almunia. I need Senderos. I need Squalacci. I need these guys back.
Giroud, Johan Giroud.
Bring these guys
Need
back.
them.
Bring him out,
Yeah.
bro.
Pascal.
Bring him out.
Then
Sigon.
Mertesacker. Then I'll believe. Do you know what I mean?
All right, should we move on from the Arsenal
Yeah,
loving?
PSG. Can we talk PSG?
Yeah, let's go to PSG.
PSG,
What a game that was last night, by the way. PSG get the best of Villa and Emi Martinez. And I will say this,
Idiot.
right? Hold that, Emi Martinez, you
Hold that.
salchicha. Man's got the blue, white and blue like we're in 2022.
He had the hat on, bro, with the
Yeah,
titles in
nah,
France.
man, hold
Like,
that,
okay.
you
Get the
sausage.
ball out of the onion bag.
But again, the quality of those 3 goals from PSG and Villa, but we're looking at a real team as well here, by the way. I know what they did to Liverpool, but the
What did
first
they do
goal
to Liverpool again?
knocked us out, mate.
Didn't it?
Knocked us
Had
out.
to make
No,
it
I'm
happen.
I'm
you just had to-
I'm
you just had to
downplaying
put
us
it
by
in.
saying
Liverpool
they
been
knocked
mentioned
us
like
out, so
more
they
times
must be
than
good.
anyone else in this show.
I'm saying they knocked us out, so you have to respect them seriously. Kvaratskhelia.
The fact that nobody
Wow.
Apparently
competed
you-
for
Do
his
it.
signature is a
Oof.
disgrace.
Yeah.
It's a
You
disgrace.
guys
I
looking
think,
at
but
it?
he did want to just go there.
65
No,
million.
I just felt like he's available. He's fallen out of Napoli. It's a fair fee. Where
It is a proper fair fee.
are European
They
juggernauts
sneaked
to
through
come
the back door and just bought him.
and
PSG are the
bid?
new juggernauts, mate.
Like-
They might take over with this team they're building.
I saw a big
Maybe.
bidding war for Lavia. Where's the bidding war for him? I
I'm
didn't
glad
see
he ain't
it.
in the Premier League, mate, because I'll just be looking.
No, but you guys were looking at him.
someone here going, fucking hell, why?
United were looking at him, though.
Why?
So
Yeah,
were
they're
Liverpool.
broke.
Yeah, we can't.
No, but they were.
Liverpool would have
I'm
won
surprised.
Spurs.
Spurs before he went to Napoli.
yeah.
Spurs were looking at him when it was Paratici, and he decided to sign Brian Gill.
Well, I mean,
So-
Gil has gone on to win the Europa League, hasn't he? So
Yeah.
Oh, it's late. And the third goal, Nuno Mendes, does that? I mean, look, anything can happen at Villa Park. That is going to be a cauldron of noise when PSG go there. But You know, they went 1-0 up. Morgan
they did.
Rogers, what a finish
Against
as
the run
well.
of play as well. They
Very
didn't even
against
see
the
the
run of
ball
play. They
the
didn't
whole
see
time.
the ball.
And you talk about...
Be like what we did at PSG.
Yeah, you talk about...
Almost robbed them.
How many times is that?
Nope.
Hold on.
Nope.
What?
I think that's 5.
Bro,
and we're
stop
only...
doing this.
15?
We can still
How
talk
many
about...
minutes are we in?
You know what I mean?
15?
Just because it's not about her and Spurs,
Oh,
we
sorry,
have
I
to
didn't
say
know
that.
that. I didn't
But
know
what I'm
that.
saying
And
is-
Flex also
Flex,
called that.
Flex,
Carried yourself
was it not the same though?
Multiplied
A little
by
bit.
the
We
nines.
robbed them,
Not
and then
always
out of
about
nowhere,
Big
bang,
man.
bang, bang.
Always about Liverpool.
Bodmas.
They didn't even play.
Bodmas.
That's how many times.
Pie.
Yeah.
Pie.
Five, was it?
Square root of pie. And that.
Just on,
My least favourite
just on the
topic is
PSG
Spurs.
thing, Alex. Is there any coincidence that they've obviously got exponentially better since Mbappe left? I mean, the whole ethos of the team.
No, not just because he's
appears to have
left.
changed.
Just their whole strategy changed
Well,
where they
it's
said
not
what
just
Because
they're
it's
gonna
about
do.
it's about being a
You know?
team. You're building a team rather than just
Yeah.
feeding it to one person. When
Vitina was on loan
Yeah.
at Wolves. If
Couldn't
you
get a
ask the
game.
Wolves fans at the end of that season when he went back to Porto,
Yeah,
was his parent club
maybe.
then? Yeah, if you would have asked the Wolves fan when that season ended, oh, that Vitina lad's going back, you think you're going to regret that? They'd laugh.
I don't even remember him at Wolves.
That's what I'm barely.
the point I
so
was
now
making-
he's one of the
It was
best
lockdown,
midfielders
though,
in the
I
world.
think.
The point I
So-
was making though is when a guy like Mbappe moves on, then you tend to find that
It
the
forces
rest of the,
others to
yeah,
step
it
up.
forces them to
Yeah.
Well, there
step
isn't-
up,
yeah, there isn't
adopt a
that-
new
that
ethos.
thing
You're
all
not
over
just
it.
relying
It's
on
a
one
team
man.
now. There's
Yeah.
no egos. There's no one man show. There's no play it to this one guy. Dembele's playing as the focal, but this guy's dropping in half spaces, playing the assist for Nuno Mendes, going out wide, double up with Doué or Kvaratskhelia or Barcola's coming off the bench.
Good
That
team.
front six is like they've drank Red Bull.
Ramos as
all
well.
6 of them, and they're just.
You see when they lose
It's
the ball, it's how
crazy.
quickly they get it back. They just
Oh, bro.
And like for Villa, let's be real, like, they got shown levels.
Yeah,
that's
Levels.
which is no shame in that. Like they're not used to being at that level. Most people, no, Liverpool got shown levels.
Yeah.
Like they got shown serious levels. And you're right at Villa Park. Listen, the place is going to be up. They're going to be. I wouldn't count against them scoring for sure.
It's a long way back though.
But I wouldn't. PSG are scoring.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As well.
yeah.
I can tell you that now. Yeah, that your guy, Axel Disasi, brother.
When Emery made that substitution, and I
Ash was getting cooked
cussing.
already.
Bro, half
And
time.
he thought
You're
Disasi's the
1-1.
answer.
You're 1-1. You've had the low block 4-5-1. Rashford's had like 6 touches.
Nothing.
I, as a Chelsea fan, seeing Disasi come on the pitch at right back, you could have put
Wow.
Konza and you could have put him centre back. You could have put Onana with the long legs and
Yep.
and the reach right back. This guy puts Disasi right back against these wingers.
Oh god.
Toast.
God.
Toast.
It was
If you
already
ain't got
peak.
Timbers, if
Yeah.
you ain't got Euros Cucurella,
Wan-Bissakas.
Wan-Bissakas, you're not dealing with these wingers.
No.
You're not.
No.
So that's the reason why maybe Arsenal fans
That
cussed him
dummy
out. That was crazy.
got sold to him was
The roll.
mad.
Oh my
Stud
god.
roll.
Did you
No,
see-
if someone does that in Power League, yeah,
Messi.
Yeah.
brother,
People
yeah,
are banging on the
Bote-
fence.
Yeah, it's basically the only thing saving Disasi was that he didn't drop back.
Yeah.
'Cause- But him and Konsa, because he was just in backup as well, backup mode. They just thought, raw, what did we just see? And the Doué one, bro, he weren't even
backlift.
really in a dangerous bit. It's like, okay, let him have it there if he wants to come in, no problem. Vroom.
Bro, we were
Mad.
speaking before this, yeah? How many times have we seen wingers in the Premier League check back,
Yep.
check back, turn back, twist, pass back?
Grealish.
This is what individual brilliance is. That's not the system.
Yeah,
By the way,
100%.
how many managers do we see they get their wingers into the position, edge of the area, in that Kvaratskhelia position, and they don't hit it, they don't shoot, they don't have the quality.
He shoots
That's not the
Near
system.
post as well.
Near post. That's not it. That's not system.
They get a lot of chances. A lot of chances get blocked. A lot of chances go out
Yep.
for corners. But they just are at you. They're very disciplined in their press. They're very disciplined in how they defend. And they're disciplined in their build-up play. Like, a lot of the times how they keep recycling the ball. But then, like you said, that level of expression comes out. And they've got players like Barcola. They've got players like Doué.
I think what it is as well, the manager's come in now that like the likes of Mbappe is gone. He said, right, tearing up the script, we're going to go down
you
a
lot
new
gotta
path.
express
Well, he was still there when the
PSG
superstars were there.
if PSG
and
win it-
actually, if PSG, like I'm pretty sure you're going to say the same thing as me, but if PSG win it, he instantly then becomes the hottest manager in the world, Luis Enrique.
Yes.
Because he's just won the league. I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
it's the French league. We,
Yeah.
we cuss it sometimes, but he's done the bit of going to Anfield, getting through, going to. He's going to have to go to Aston Villa, which is going to be a different challenge in itself. But he's almost to a next level. Arteta's has his kind of European moment. Enrique could top it.
What
all
they're
and-
doing
and
is
do a
embarrassing the
madness.
Premier League, yeah, because Liverpool are about to
Yeah.
win our league.
Yeah.
Villa in our league are a very good team. They said, yeah, is it? Is it?
Swear.
What, Rashford?
Swear.
They said,
Is
what,
it?
Rashford?
They swear.
Rashford resurgent, is he? We'll give him 5 touches. Yeah, which he did well for the goal actually to take one touch and pass.
Yeah.
But other than that, running into blind alley, couldn't do nothing. Just took it off him. McGinn, he runs around, does he? Does he do? Is it
Big bum, has he?
What? Yeah, fat ass is he? Watch this. Oh, Tillemans, you saying he's brilliant bar on a free? Is he?
Good assist.
Good assist. To be fair, Rodgers and that Ramsey, yeah. These are good. I'm not cussing these guys.
Yeah.
These are good players.
Yeah, but they got shown levels.
Watch this, man. We will show you levels.
Yeah.
Dembele, any foot, what do you want? You want it on the half turn? Kvaratskhelia, what do you want? You know what I mean? Duhe, the new Neymar, what do you want?
Midfield.
What do you want,
running
mate?
it.
See Vitinha, yeah?
Yeah.
And Neves.
Oh.
The way Vitinha plays the game as well, he just always wants to pass forward. It's so refreshing to see in this dead new age football. Like, just people want to pass forward between
have
the
a
lines.
destroyer, a 6'3" man in the middle who's just knocking everyone out.
And there's a lesson in there.
Technicalities.
Yeah, and they destroyed City, and they destroyed City too as well. And that was when, to be fair, because when they got dusted by Arsenal,
different era.
but this is what I'm saying about. Well, this season, but their resurgence has happened there. Where it's like, right, okay, you got slapped by Arsenal. They was like maybe not going to make it through. They were out of the 24 when they played City.
Yeah. They only snuck in.
And they were 2-0 down.
Yeah, they snuck in
that game. Gave them licks.
Back
Liverpool licks. Villa probably going to be licks.
And there's a lesson in there, isn't there?
Then probably going to have to face
You know
Arsenal.
what that lesson is?
Might be one of the hardest routes to the final.
You know what that lesson is? Don't disrespect French teams.
Fair enough. Also,
that?
Barcelona.
Lyon tonight. Manchester
We'll get into that.
United.
We'll get into that.
Rise.
Barcelona stunned
Rise like
the world again, 4-0 against Borussia Dortmund. That game is done.
I think that
Lewandowski,
Barcelona,
40 goals now.
Correct me
this
if I'm wrong. They're
season.
kind of operating under the radar. No one's really seems to be talking.
Nah,
about
they
them.
are. Everyone's
I
saying
didn't
No,
say
because
the other day
they'll
that
probably
they're
win La
favourites
Liga as
for
well.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rafinha
No,
for
in
Ballon
terms
d'Or,
of
mate.
the- in terms of the Champions League, like last night, I mean, obviously Arsenal probably the main story, but then PSG, Barcelona.
It's because
I
they're
mean,
meant to
that
dust
was
down Dortmund
They're
like
meant to
10th
dust
in
them down.
Bundesliga.
Yeah,
It's
that
not
was
a big
terrible
like.
season.
I think
Hansi
people have
Flick
them as
said Lamine
favourites.
Yamal, yeah, he's having a rest, mate.
I think people have them as favourites.
Quarterfinals,
Ansu Fati
third
came on
game
as
leg.
a pity
Ansu
sub.
Fati couldn't get in at Brighton,
Pity sub.
injured. He'll play in quarterfinals, mate. We'll rest him in.
So big up to
Dortmund,
Barca.
man. They were always
dusted
gonna be
them easy.
Lewandowski, 40 goals now for the season. If Barca win that and La Liga, then you have to throw his name
How old
in
is
here
he?
to the
Lewandowski?
Ballon d'Or.
36.
35,
I checked.
36.
Yeah. Also, Inzaghi, another manager that we're not speaking about enough, maybe.
We said they're a
Right?
bit of a dark horse,
Very,
didn't we,
very
the other day?
impressive getting through Bayern. Obviously,
Their goals are a joke
their,
as well.
their outlets at Bayern are incredible. Harry Kane missed the sitter in that one. But Inter sneaking through, big up to them. Super chat time, and then we'll look ahead to the European games tonight. Tanishk, from watching Pepe score 2 free kicks in the Europa group stage to watching Rice score 2 against Real Madrid in the Champions League knockouts, we've come so far. Come on, you Gunners. Lost boy, Becklin, blood clot Rice. 10%, 1%, what are you saying now? Says Lost boy. Sebastian, Liverpool and Arsenal have both battered Madrid this season, but we're supposed to believe the quality of the Premier League has never been lower. Very, very true, my friend. Jamie, Mbappe must have a curse in the Champions League and he's given it to Madrid, but fair enough, Arsenal really proved everyone wrong. Lost boy, Abby scoffing at Marino and Matisse asking where we can get 2 goals from as aged like milk. MLS pocketed Rodrigo. Who else in the Prem can do that at left back?
Good player,
Mad
mate.
Guna, Scabby, Urkel, AG Tit, and Flex. You might as well book a flight
AG
to
Tit,
Timbuktu.
I don't feel
AG
bad.
is great.
We
I said,
win
where
the
could they get 2
Champions
goals
League.
from? 1 goal made sense, 2 of them didn't. Man has never scored a free kick
Yeah,
in
that's
his life.
That's
Yeah,
out
yeah,
of
that-
order.
no one had
Why
that
do you
down.
do that for?
Arsenal fans did not have that down themselves.
Who had that down? Who? I'm sorry, I don't feel
Can't lie.
bad.
Rice didn't have that down.
If they win the Champions League, you're getting off.
I'll be a P45, mate. I'm off.
Why does it matter to you?
Sorry?
What?
Like they
you
won, they
alright?
win the
Sorry?
Champions League.
you
Yeah,
alright,
but like
Ned?
you don't win. No, what I'm saying is, I know like you
Hit
don't
him on
always
the
want
head
the
with
thing.
this
Are you?
Why do you care?
Hit him, man.
Are you okay?
But they always we've won stuff loads before. Like why?
Are you Steve?
Oh,
You
I'm
don't win.
actually
Nah,
not. I'm
that's
not
a bit
even.
bad
I'm
flex.
that
Alright.
mad. Like just. That actually hit
That's
you.
so rude.
That actually hit you.
That was
hit you.
so rude.
I didn't mean to hit you. Hit you.
Yeah,
No,
you
but
did.
like you,
Yeah, did.
like obviously when Robbie says like you lot pray for their downfall
They-
and all that, you lot aren't involved in nothing ever. Like
Sorry,
I
I just would like to rewind your mind back to 2019 when they were shitting themselves about Spurs
That's
winning
true.
the Champions League.
because they've always been above you. You've always been below
Sorry,
them.
on what planet would I ever? What would any Spurs or Chelsea fan,
Yeah.
even more so from a Spurs point of view, being the banter club that we are, in the position that I am in, what would possess you to make me think it's chill for Arsenal
I'm
potentially
saying-
to go and win the
You know
Champions
why?
League or another Premier
Because
League?
I'm saying like you're
in the
never-
modern,
I make
in
Abbi
this
right.
day and age.
Yeah, but because what I'm saying, I'm not saying you should want them to. I'm just saying you should be like, well, if you win,
No,
they've
no,
always
no,
been
no,
above
alright,
you.
alright, let's spin
I'd do
this.
that if they
Let's
won
spin
it.
this.
But
They've always been above you.
If Liverpool
not-
win the
they're
league,
not-
Can Arsenal win the Champions League and flex on Tottenham?
no, if
Yeah.
Liverpool,
Yes,
if
100%
Liverpool,
Of course
they
they
can.
will.
if
course they
Liverpool,
will.
if Liverpool win the
What do you
league
mean?
or
Of
win the
course
Champions
they
League,
will.
what's
They
it
will
to you?
flex.
We'll be flexing on everyone.
That's what I mean. But Tottenham are always your little bro. Like you lot always say, like
my
Tottenham,
God,
why
this
you
is
you don't win no
insane.
trophy.
This is a bad
They don't
take.
win nothing.
Flex,
This is a
flex.
bad
If
take.
Liverpool win the Premier League or Champions League,
This
what's
is
it to you?
insane.
They've won it so many times. They've won it. They're going to win it 20 times. What's 21? What's 22?
Because we're neck and neck.
No.
We are.
What is it to you? You've seen it before.
We're neck and
anyone
neck.
cares.
You've never been near anyone.
No, but Abby is
This-
right.
Why are
is
you
insane.
making this
This
into
Can I
is
just
shooting
say
at
that
Spurs?
Abby
I
is
don't
right.
get it.
Abby is right. In
what I'm
2019,
saying.
man.
No,
Arsenal
you're
fans
actually
were
having-
talking
you're
Liverpool.
not. You're
I
fully
did
having us
not
all
want
on.
them
You're
to. I
fully having
became
us
the
on.
biggest Liverpool fan.
She's right because the other explanation
Yeah,
is an example is, bro, Jack in the office was saying it's the one time he's ever wore a Liverpool shirt in his life because he wanted Arsenal to. Sorry, he wanted Tottenham
2019,
to
I'm
lose
just,
so
I'm
badly.
just saying the other
biggest
side of the
Liverpool
thing was
fan.
No,
like,
there's no other
you're
side.
like
to this
the
thing.
way
There's no
how
other side.
this
much
is
it's
bad.
like,
No other
like
side.
no, because you can't leave the country. But I'm like, but Arsenal have been winning like FA.
What?
They've been
Okay.
winning FA
Alex,
Cups, winning
Alex,
Premier
Alex,
Leagues.
FA Cup is
No,
an FA
they
Cup.
went
When you're
invincible.
when you're in
Arsenal have
Champions
been
League
dunking on
finals-
Spurs
Hold
for
on,
your
hold on.
whole life.
They've done
When,
nothing
when
for
you're
20
on,
years.
when you're
They've
in
done
Champions
nothing
League
for 20
finals, how do Everton fans feel?
Oh,
That's
they go in
an
Hala
insane
Madrid.
take. You don't
Exactly.
mean that.
Do you think Everton fans are looking
I
at
think
Liverpool
that
in
could be
Champions
your
League
worst
finals?
take on DI.
Do you think Everton fans are looking at
I'll be
Liverpool
honest.
fans
No,
thinking,
for real.
you've won 7 Champions
No,
Leagues anyway.
Everton
What's
want
an
us
eight?
to
Being
lose.
there you go.
Everton have been getting
but
dumped
Everton
on the
being
whole time.
devastated that Liverpool won another thing. They don't want to be. They do all the time.
No,
It'll be their
'cause they're
first
bitter.
European
But
trophy.
they are devastated. I just asked.
I can't even
They are.
believe we're having this conversation.
That would
What
get
I'm
tripped,
saying is,
flipped
Tottenham's ability to enter the chat for all of these things. Like, you don't do nothing. Like I don't. It's like
This is
it's like a
insane.
Leicester fan being outraged that someone.
No. This is not. This
Actually, they've won the league,
This
but
is
like,
not.
what?
This is
I'm saying like
they've never won
Tottenham
it.
don't do nothing.
I think even
They're a
Flex
bit-
is struggling to
you're
talk
actually
himself
trying to
out of
wind
this.
me
Yeah.
up.
I'm
just saying,
No,
man.
you're trying to wind me up.
rattling
You're absolutely trying to wind me up.
Anyway, next up.
And it's worse. Because that's an insane take.
Nah, it is
An
I didn't say you
insane
shouldn't
take.
care. I'm just saying, why'd you have to leave the country? Stay in
I
the country.
can't live here, mate. I can't live here.
Yeah,
I
no
need a
disrespect
visa.
to
He's
the
the
Don,
country.
but I'd
I'm
like to see
contacting Elon
Ty.
for-
You can
flights
message.
to
I can
Mars.
still do the show. You call me from Dubai. I'll be gone. Bye
Fair
bye.
enough.
Halas.
Dubai.
Loads of people in the chat saying they get my point.
No,
You're
they
not
don't
looking
get
at
your
the
trap.
They don't.
They
No,
don't
I'm
get
saying
your
it.
trap.
No, they're
This
just
is
happy that
100%
you little
correct.
bro Tottenham. That's what it is.
100%.
That's all it
They
is.
don't get
It's,
your
Speaking
point.
of fact,
it's Arsenal
They don't
fans,
get
though,
into
bro.
it.
Flex is
It's
right.
Arsenal
Facts
fans.
flex.
No.
Yeah, it's Arsenal
Loads
fans.
of people
though.
are saying it's not actually a mad take.
No, it's a bizarre.
Like,
insane
why?
take.
What I'm saying is, what business is it of yours?
I'm
That's
sorry,
all I'm
I actually
saying.
can't. Where's
It's-
my-
it's
I
rivalry,
can't.
bro.
I'm actually
It's
trying to see
rivalry.
things
I'm
right.
sure there's
But the rivalry's like it's
Abby,
not
I'm
been
sure there's
toe
other
to
planets
toe.
we
Help
can
me, help
you can
me,
live
bro.
on.
Help
100%.
me.
We gotta
I'm
get
not
through.
saying- No,
Oxygen.
We gotta
I'm
go.
not saying. I'm not saying you should be
Super chat
happy
time.
or want them to win it. I'm just saying like.
I
Gotta
hear,
get out
I
of the
do
country,
hear
I
what you're
can't think.
saying,
You've never. What chat you
but
been
the
in?
examples that you've given
You
don't
man
really
lose all the
work.
time. You've not been in any conversation of trophy ladders
Not
or
about
nothing.
conversation, Flex.
And
Our biggest
Arsenal been
rival.
winning loads of
You
stuff. in
proper,
your
you
life.
Rival
proper
and
hate
Arsenal.
Spurs, innit?
Well, they're
Hates
just-
us.
He
Like,
hates
literally
Spurs.
has asked
It's just
it to
nothing.
Arsenal.
No.
Even
so
in the group this
much.
morning saying
He can't
they're
help
clubbing
it.
that.
He
yeah.
can't help
No,
it. He
he
literally
hates them.
lives so
I don't
far
hate
up that
Spurs.
Arsenal.
No,
You
you
know
do,
why I
you
don't
do.
hate Spurs? Because this is what my point is. They're
They're
insignificant.
But they're insignificant.
They don't
to
do
you.
nothing.
So why are you rattling?
So if we're
Why are you
saying-
getting
I'm not
rattled?
rattling. I'm not routed.
Mud
getting
siblings
annoyed.
fight.
Okay,
I'm
let's
getting
move.
so
Let's move.
annoyed.
Let's
I
move.
just asked a question.
No, it's an insane
she threw a
question.
ball
It's
at
an
me.
insane take.
Yeah,
It's
it's
insane.
mad.
Mud siblings.
How's
I
that
actually
insane
don't want to chat to you right now. I don't want to chat to you.
Why is that an
I don't
insane
even wanna
take?
look
The
at
chat's
you.
not saying it's an insane take.
Switch with Laurie. I don't want to sit with you.
I understand the point that
I'm
you
saying
make.
put a
I
poll
don't
up.
care
but-
what the
Put a
chat
poll up.
says.
Poll up.
Flex.
Put a poll up.
It's the examples you gave.
8,500 people. That's a good
Production.
sample size.
Oh, well, I believe what the chat
Should
says.
she care as much much as she does about Arsenal winning.
Put the poll up.
The Champions League.
I think the examples you gave weren't great, but I hear your point.
Why?
But the
No.
examples
No, no,
you
no,
gave
no,
weren't
I'm
great.
saying what?
Matisse,
That you've
why
never
help
been in
me?
a thing with
I
Arsenal.
just said Everton.
You've never been able to chat to
I
Arsenal.
can't say no
I've
more.
always
But the
said
Everton,
Yeah.
but no, you're acting like I'm saying.
making me hot.
No,
You're
can I say
making me really
something?
hot right now.
You lot are acting like I'm saying. Why?
I'm getting so hot. You're making
You're
me irate.
acting like I'm saying.
that
Abbi,
off.
you should want them to win it. You should want them. I'm not saying that.
If
You're
they
acting like
win
I'm
it-
saying
You're
Everton
saying let
fans.
them go and win it,
What
and
I'm
I've
saying-
got to be cool
what-
and be
okay, so
chilled.
flex.
No.
Okay,
What
flex.
I'm saying-
Hold on.
Just carry out the
Hang
last
on,
night.
no, hang on. Let me look. As an Arsenal fan, right?
Help me, please.
I am.
Thank you.
You make
Enter the
some salient
chat.
points. However, do not underestimate the hatred between Arsenal.
I'm not doing that.
Hold on, hold
I'm not.
on,
Let
him
hold
have- you
on,
are,
hold
you are,
on.
You are.
Go on.
Listen, you're right.
Hot.
We don't really look at Spurs in that threatening way in terms of trophies. But if there's one club that I personally detest,
Absolutely.
it's Tottenham.
Can I ask you a question?
So
if
that
you win the
goes-
Champions League,
Yeah.
can I just ask you this? And if it's yes, fair enough. No. If you win the Champions League, is your first thought Spurs? As an Arsenal
but-
fan,
no.
or
It's
is
not
it,
their
or
first
is it
thought.
all of the actual big clubs who say you're nothing because you ain't won it? Who's your first thought? Is it
that's
Little
not-
Long
that's
Spurs?
not the point.
That's a different
No.
question. That's a different
Flex,
question.
I'd
you're
celebrate
asking.
That's not the
No,
point.
but he's saying no because
That's a
Laurie's
different
saying
question.
he gets what he's
That's a
saying.
different
I hate
question.
Spurs the
Flex,
most.
Flex,
But what I'm
Flex.
saying about in the context of
No.
this Champions
Kicking
League,
off.
if
No,
you
no,
win
no,
it,
no,
you
no, no,
won't give a shit about
Of
Spurs.
course they will. They
Flex,
were singing it the
Flex.
other night. They hadn't even won the
If
game.
Tottenham, I need you to understand, if Tottenham had won the Champions League in 2019, you would have seen a different side to Arsenal fans.
And why is that?
you've never
And
seen.
why is that, Matisse?
Why is that?
Because they've always been
they're-
below them. They haven't won nothing.
Oh my
Not just
God.
And they're
that.
just going to
It's
come
not
through and win the
just
Champions
that.
League.
It's the,
You're not
it's
getting
the,
this.
it's
It's the one thing they got.
rivalry.
You're not
I don't
getting
think you
this.
understand how much these
No,
two
it
clubs
is
hate
the,
each
no,
other.
it is
That's
the
the
rivalry.
each other.
No, guys.
You're not getting
I
it.
understand it's the rivalry. Of course I understand.
you're
But what I'm
walking- hold on,
saying
if you're
is,
walking down the
we're not
street
looking at the
in North
context of the
London-
trophies. Arsenal, yeah.
not
What
about
I'm
that.
saying is, right. The reason
things
why,
can be true at the same time.
wait.
Have you
The
seen
reason,
the
the
way
reason
they-
why.
Order.
The reason why it would have hurt Arsenal fans so bad is not because Tottenham have been more successful than them and all that. It's because they would have got the one thing
That they've
in one
been
go
trying to
that
get.
you've never got.
Yeah.
That's why it would have hurt us. Not because of Tottenham's rich history, not because Tottenham have been going toe to toe, who's got the more titles in North London. Tottenham are little idiot man
It's
to
not about that.
Arsenal.
It's not about that.
They are.
It's not
So
about
Arsenal fans
that.
would have cared because of that.
It's not about that. It's the rivalry between the two clubs.
I get the
other
rivalry.
night, it's not going to be the first thought if they won
You know
the
what it
Champions
is, though?
League.
They're
Of course
actually
not,
both
because
right.
they'll be celebrating.
But
The other
I don't
night,
think he
what were they
understands,
singing
right?
at the end of the game? You say not their first thought. What were they singing at the end of the game to Madrid?
because they're little
So
broing
tell-
you like they always do.
We hate each other.
I get
What are
that.
they
so
singing?
much.
Are you Tottenham in
I
disguise?
get that.
Yeah.
It's more trying to
You
mug off
can't-
Madrid.
I don't
Flex.
understand how you
If
can't
Arsenal-
understand
I can understand. I don't understand how you don't
understand.
understand what I'm saying.
No, but Flex,
I understand the rivalry.
I
Of
think
course
you're
I do.
both right in a
Yeah,
way.
but Flex,
You're
if
both
Arsenal
right.
win it,
Yes.
The poll
they
was a
are
bit
going
mad,
to
though.
be unbearable.
Yeah, that's 'cause it's the
Unbearable.
chance.
To everyone.
No.
To you,
to
to
everyone.
you,
to
However,
me.
however,
to everyone.
to everyone. However, those North London derbies, when both teams pull up and they're walking to the stadium and they're sitting in the stadium,
That golf already exists, Matisse.
not-
bro,
It's
but
not-
but
oh,
it's,
how-
it's
how do you not get
Champions
this?
League.
How
You
do
know
you
what a
not-
They're
Champions
not on
League
parallels.
is. Yeah, I know, but you know what a Champions
to
League
Tottenham
is.
fans, though.
You know
Of
what a Champions
course.
League is.
Yes.
It changes the landscape. Arsenal fans know there's a cap to what they can do in the world of football because they haven't got that Champions League, whether they like it or they're not. When they go into certain conversations, certain group chats, they have to shut up a little bit because that Champions League is hanging
But
over
Tottenham
their
can't
head.
say that to them.
I
Tottenham
hear
are
it.
trying to be in that conversation.
I hear
Move
it.
on,
Because they're
Flex
not.
is wrong.
But once
Flex is
they
wrong.
have
Thank
it,
you.
have they
but
not
it's
completed it? Have they
Might
not
be
got
heavier.
everything then?
Well,
Sure, it might be.
68% don't think so.
Well,
so.
because I always.
No,
love
but you know
what's
what it
happening.
is. Two things can be true at the same time. And
saying,
yes,
you lot
Flex.
acting like it's a
No,
mad
but hang
wild
on,
take,
hang
but
on.
it's
Let
not.
me
Mad
just
take.
It's not.
Mad
let me
take.
just say
Mad
this.
take.
It's not.
Mad.
You make a lot of salient points, but as I said before, Abby's also right. Do not underestimate the hatred. I mean,
not.
listen. No, but
I
hold on.
understand the hatred. I
Yeah,
know
but
this.
saying
So
you
if
can
you
have the
understand the
hatred,
hatred-
but there's levels.
I'm
to-
saying there's levels to the thing.
Flex.
When I don't get
Flex,
this. I don't
Flex,
get what you
Flex,
get my
Flex.
point.
If you understand the hatred, then you
I should throw this
understand.
back at you.
Go back. Go
Lick
back.
it then.
I don't understand how you don't understand what I'm
Chairman,
saying.
please get Flex
Listen,
to sharp.
guys,
Order.
we do have to move on.
Order.
I'll
Flex,
be honest.
if you understand
We
what I'm
have to
saying,
move on.
Hold on.
hold
Go
on.
on, let
What are we-
Laurie
what are we
go.
previewing?
Let Laurie go.
Because the Premier League's dead, so don't
I
try
just
and
need to
hurry
make
this up
this
anyway.
point.
Super
No,
chat.
seriously.
Super chat.
Score predictions and we're out.
Let
Focus
me
on
make
champs,
this point,
man. We don't
please.
care about the Prem.
Go on, Laurie. Go on.
If you understand the hatred, Flex,
If you're not going to
if
win
you
it, yeah,
truly
I'd say
understand
that
the
as well.
hatred, which is palpable, trust me, it's palpable. I do not like
Can I just
Spurs
finish
one
it
little
off by
bit.
saying this?
know this.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
No, but
Let him
Go on,
finish.
let him finish. Go on.
come on.
If you understand the hatred between the two clubs, then you will understand where Abby's coming from. Enough said.
I do
Thank
understand
you.
the
And
Don't.
let me just finish it off by saying this.
I don't want to chat
You
to
hate
you.
Arsenal
I don't want to
fans,
chat to you right now.
you're
Don't
welcome.
want to chat to
June
you.
the 1st,
Every fibre of your
2019.
being.
You're still welcome, yeah? 'Cause
Don't-
we
don't
did our
chat
thing.
to you.
Anyway, next up,
I like to chat to you.
Declan's
I don't want
first
to chat to
free
you. You
kick.
assaulted me.
I don't want to chat to
I
you.
don't want to chat to you.
Good.
I should pull the rest of what's left out on your head.
Go on then.
If you do,
Needs a hair
oh,
Oh, yo.
if you do that, she'd actually start fighting you.
Yeah, she would.
She'd actually fight
She
you.
wouldn't be able to take it. She's rattled. She's rattled.
And then
beyond
we'd
belief.
have to lock the
that was
show.
I just
It was
asked a question. That's a
ridiculous
valid question.
hate.
and
No,
everyone's
it was
talking about it. Look,
valid.
I know
everyone
production
said
are
this-
licking their lips in the back and
Yeah,
thinking
no,
that would
I'm
be a
just saying,
clip, you know.
Can I just say
That would be a
this?
serious
Can I just say one
clip,
thing?
bro.
Can I just say one thing?
And then we must move on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you gonna
no,
annoy
I'm
me
not,
again?
No, I'm not. Listen,
reg
you can disagree with me,
irritating.
but I'm just saying, this clearly, as we can see, is you shut it down like it's a mad wild
It's a
take,
mad
worst
take.
ever. Well, this is a big talking point. Everyone's saying Damn right.
All right. Declan's first free kick was the best I've seen all season. His second one might be the best I've ever seen. Huge. Oh, it's late. It's kicking off. Huge performance from Arteta and the Asnan. That's a Liverpool fan, by the way, saying that. No disrespect to the Don, but I'd like to see Ty in the MVP nominations this week. Big up Ty, man. His fan cam after he said we treat the second leg like it's 0-0. That's how you do it.
That is very humble.
Stephen Island's grandmother. Big up. Dragon says Ma equals Matisse Armani hater of Arsenal. I saw your stream. You hate to watch us win, huh? Declan Rice, real nice, and Mikel Merry-Goat with his merry goal. Huh?
Fucking hell, this is why I hate.
Hella swearing as well today,
back.
guys.
You know what I mean? You just proved my point.
All right. Jay Federer says all 4 Champions League games healed my football soul. Amazing games. The thought of going back to the Premier League and PGMOL is like returning to work after a wild holiday romance. That is so true. That is so true. Abbi said not a single fibre in her body tells her that Arsenal could win. What are your fibres telling you now, Abbi? Says London Nomad. Got the fibres there? Okay. DSY says, by the way, if 6 different Premier League teams win a trophy this season and we beat the other 5 to the title, I'm running the nastiest, best Premier League title agenda ever. You never walk alone. Zoheb says, can the whole panel repeat after me? Free kick again, ole ole.
No.
Free kick again, ole ole. Get that fraud, Abbi. Zoomed in. We want an apology, says T.
Oh my God, you haven't won it yet.
That is all.
You
That is
haven't
also
won the
true.
Champions
That
League
is
yet. You've
also
won a
true.
game. You've won a
That is
first
also
half
true.
of a game. Please rise, Vinny.
Can you
please.
imagine, Abbi,
Mbappe.
if Arsenal
all
go
of you,
out
just
from here?
rise. Rise. I beg you, please, just rise.
I need like a Tottenham Pochettino run, but a loss in the final. That's what I need.
Do you know what I actually said the other day? I said
The pain would be sweeter
if
for
I
Abbi.
could bank, if I could bank on Kane to step up in, like, let's say they got there. Let's say that Bayern did it as well.
Harold.
If it was a Bayern Arsenal final and I had to go through this stress like you did in 2019, but I knew that Harry Kane would score the winning goal to take it away from I would go through the stress.
Yeah.
But I couldn't back him because he don't show up in big games.
Fair enough. You all
if
laughed
I
when I
could-
said Arsenal haven't lost against Madrid ever. That still stands. Hold that, says MB. Aaron, if Arsenal wins the Champions League, does that mean we've had a better season over Liverpool?
Yes.
We already know what the answer is.
Yes.
38 games,
Th-
though?
no, yeah,
Nah,
38
I'm not having
games.
that. I'm not having that.
Me and you had this conversation.
6 times.
Yeah.
No, but hold
We've
on.
done this.
Yeah,
We've
but
been
as in
here.
like
Me had this conversation,
more 38 game
the-
season.
League's
or-
harder to win all the
38,
time.
yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
no, actually,
League's
I
way
take that
harder
back
to
then.
win.
Yeah, league's hard.
It is harder to
harder.
win,
You've
but
played
I'm
half
saying
But that would
In
be
his
in
first season
terms-
with no transfers.
No.
Yeah, fair.
Exactly.
No, but in terms
Exactly.
of
Spent
the way
like
the season's
700
gone down
million,
without
so-
injuries and stuff like that, for us to bounce back and win
Yeah,
the Champions League,
Be
to
incredible.
me that
but you've
surpasses
got to
you
do it
guys.
first.
Oh yeah, no,
So
absolutely.
this is all hypothetical. We're going to do our bit,
Yeah,
but
you
you're
are,
still,
to be fair.
you're still
Yeah.
like, you've got like a 20% chance still. We've got like
20?
a 90.
20.
Yeah, I'd say. With all the
It's
rest
more
of the
than
teams
20,
in.
bro. Come on.
What, Inter, big Inter, you know, big PSG?
Barca.
Maybe, okay, I'll give
Barca
you
and
25.
that, yeah.
The big PSG that we're already beaten already.
No, don't be doing that. That's a different
No,
thing.
let him.
Yeah,
let
actually,
him,
yeah,
let
yeah,
him,
yeah,
let him.
yeah.
No,
do it.
I should be saying that to you because that's what the same kind of attitude you was coming
Listen,
out
we
with
beat,
before
well,
going
we
on
did
about
we
it.
beat
Madrid.
Real Madrid, and I got
worked
told
out really well.
we got beat Real Madrid, and Robbie sat next to me and said, "Look at their form, look how many injuries." So, like,
No,
is it
all I'm
luck?
saying is
it good?
20% is a
Alright.
little bit mean.
We
man.
finished
Come on.
top of the Champions League group and went out.
You're giving a
So,
if we
and
get
we had
past
like
Madrid.
a 40% chance then.
So hang on. We
If
get
you get
past,
past
hang on,
Madrid,
we-
I'll
if we
give-
get past Madrid, we put out the holders and the so-called big dog. We put them out, and you're only giving us 20%
Do you know
chance.
what? Why do you want more percent? Just go and win it and
I
shut
know,
everyone else
but
up.
that is not.
Just go and win it, mate. Do you know
you
what I
have
mean? We can
something
do
to
the
say?
percents.
Sorry, do you have something to say?
What you got, Flex?
That's
What you got
what
for
I
us?
On your bowl back. It was here. Should I leave it there?
Yeah, just football gang. I see them in that grey kit, and I knew it, says Devstar. Oh, Abbi, that's all we need to say. I don't know what he's actually referring to there, says Mamo. Happy to see that both Van Dijk and Salah, yeah, both staying at Liverpool. After all the chat from Robbie, well, my sources in Saudi told... No, shut up, mate, yeah? They're both staying. Hold that.
Well, they signed it.
Well, everyone said it yesterday. Ornstein
Oh
got
no,
the
but have
bomber.
they signed it?
I'm saying maybe if not before the game on Sunday, straight after.
They ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
No
of course
one really
not,
thought those two were though, really.
mate. Well, Robbie did.
Yeah, right.
He said, "Well, I've got a
think he's
source
just
in
trying to rattle
Saudi."
you.
He's told, like, yeah, come on, man, they're both staying, as I knew they would. and maybe Trent. I got that one wrong, but these
Not
two,
maybe.
I definitely got that wrong. No, but I'll
Yeah,
put
you
my
definitely
hands
got
up.
that wrong.
Hands are there. You can see the palms.
Is that
see the
something that your
palms.
countenance, though? Him going, but you keep the other two.
Do you know what? And you might say I'm not telling the truth, but at the start of the season, if you said which three out of them three, which two are going to stay and which one would you not be happy to leave? But if the other two stayed, it would
Countenance.
outweigh that.
Yeah,
it would
that's
be
what I
these
said,
two that are
countenance.
going to sign. So big them up. Happy to see them both signing. With that said, could Salah break into the top three? Goals? Yes, now he can.
Of course he can.
still-
If he stays for another couple of
He'll
years,
probably still get maybe, let's hope, 3 or 4,
he's going to get
5
past Coley,
maybe.
isn't he? He's only like
Yeah, he's a
few
few
goals off
away.
that.
I reckon he
And
ends
then
up
who's after
third.
that, Rooney?
Yeah, I reckon he ends up third in my book.
I'm slightly worried, though, that his form has kind of dipped in recent weeks. Could that be a
Still gonna
sign
win the
of onset of decline?
Let's just, well, it's 2 years, it's not 3 years that he's getting. So
crying,
again, the
man.
risk
Move
and reward is there.
to
Long
laugh
time
at the
viewer, first time super chatter says Bib Lickville. I just had to say Abby's face is a picture. Hang it in the Louvre. Come on, you Gunners. Guys, call it. Arsenal don't lose against Madrid, says Warbelly. Robert Stevens, Real Madrid got taken back to score. Not many teams can say that we are the only team Madrid haven't even scored a goal against yet. So what, did they score against Liverpool?
You always got to
That's,
bring it
no,
back to
because
Liverpool,
no,
innit?
because that's incorrect. What do you mean they haven't scored a like? They
You
never
beat them
scored against
2-0,
Chelsea,
bro.
No, he's saying
No,
that
overall
they've
since
never
they played
scored
them,
against
ever.
Arsenal.
Ever.
Yeah.
However,
true.
they've not played many games against
Yeah.
Arsenal. So
Yeah, the sample size is
the
small.
sample size is quite small.
Yeah, we also beat.
There was
them
a time
4-0,
where we'd never
but
lost to them. We
everyone
then
forgets
lost.
that.
Yeah, you
They
found
will
out.
score.
The hate along quickly turned into a hold that along.
was such a
That
hold
was a
that along.
mad hate
That was
along, by the way.
mad.
Big
Yeah.
up production
The
and
worst
the
type of
panel
hate
for that
along.
one.
The way they just switched on Raul and just blamed him.
Yeah, your fault.
What about you told us you're supposed
When
to
I
be
saw-
supposed to be that? What are you? What is this? That's all his fault.
Do you know what? The Raul has to hold that because he always coming in with
me.
his flag and all of that. You know what I mean? So he has to. That's the first time I've ever
And
seen
Raul
him
in the
taste
middle of the
defeat.
thing, he's going, listen, don't worry, man, we're going to score
That's the
at least
first
one
time.
victory now.
Yeah.
That's the worst time I've seen
And
him
it could have
taste
been
defeat.
5, and it should have been 5. Why is Laurie here, man? FML, cooking more like cold leftovers. No offense, Laurie, you're just too nice, mate. I don't agree with that.
I
though.
think that's
I don't agree.
So
with
why'd
that.
you read it
I
out?
don't agree with it. Super chat, mate.
Don't have to read it.
Devstar, tell Robbie I'll send £50 to pay membership because I know Arsenal are not getting through. Ooh. Yes, Abby, you also said, and this is a quote, yeah, I'm not worried about it. They got to go to Madrid. No, I'm not nervous. I'm just not.
Yeah,
With
they've got to
such
go to Madrid.
arrogance, hold that.
They've got
To
to
be
go to
fair, they still do have to go to Madrid. West Ham fans told you about Declan Rice, says IS11. This is the worst Champions League ever. Sorry, I'm
Here we
copying
go.
Arsenal talking points to the Premier League. He's done you there, Abdul.
No, it's
Abdul.
not. I've done what?
No,
What's
because
he done?
he's using your narrative against you. Do you not understand what he's just?
Say it again.
Shout.
Sorry.
Because you said, "Oh, here we go," but actually he's done you. This is the worst Champions League ever, and then you went, "Here we go," and he went, "Sorry, I'm actually just copying."
Just a
Oh,
shame,
right,
It's just a
okay,
shame that the
yeah,
Champions League's
okay,
actually really entertaining.
Yeah, 100%. This is a lie.
They laughed at our tifo, they laughed at our injuries, they laughed at our manager. They gave us no chance. Hashtag cry now, says Ahmed. Odegaard
They
may be
fucking
poor,
win
but
it.
I
Do you
think
see what we're
Saka's
talking
better.
about? If they, you don't understand.
Whoa,
You,
hold on.
you,
Hold on, you
you
never
think
asked
you're
me
gonna
about-
be
whoa,
okay
whoa,
with it?
whoa,
You
whoa.
live in this city, you
No,
know.
no.
You live here.
No,
You're in a
You live
neighbour,
here.
lad.
You didn't ask me what I
Do
think
you live
about
in
what I
London?
think about them
No,
winning
he
it.
doesn't.
Do you live in London?
He doesn't.
This is
live
what I'm
in
saying.
London.
I'm telling you
terrible,
now, if
100%.
they win it,
He
you're
doesn't live in
finished.
London.
That wasn't my point.
You're getting cooked as
I
well.
didn't say they won't be unbearable. That's not my point. That's not my point.
He's just talking about
These
this
are
rivalry.
what I'm exactly.
Yeah.
You've won it before, haven't you? You've been involved in big. You're
done.
We've been. So now they're gonna.
Record,
the same
actually,
thing
yeah.
I want to say to Arsenal fans. Oh, you got your little gold trophy. You ain't got nothing in you. Listen, it's a problem. The Spurs thing's different.
It's because they've never
That's what
won
I'm
it,
talking
and you
about.
want to keep them as never having won.
Yeah,
100%.
That's a
I hear
big.
it.
Right, so
what-
get on that energy then, because you've
Yeah,
done nothing but actually
whoa.
encourage it and
What-
enable it.
What I'm
Stop.
saying is, it's a bigger problem for
Stop
us than
doing
it is
it.
for you.
No,
That's
it's
my point.
not. Oh
That's-
my
that's
God.
what my point
Please,
is.
I need to.
That's what-
I'm going under here.
Where you go? What are you doing?
Oh, she's hiding.
What's wrong?
It's late.
What I'm saying is, big man chatting it. Like what the.
Abby
You know,
has
there's big man at the
hidden.
table. Like we all got a common thing. It's
It's
like
Christmas. It's the adult table.
Yeah.
And then she's a kid.
the kids speak
You're
and don't
messing
speak
at
unless
the
spoken
children's
to,
table,
kind of
man.
thing.
With
Like,
nuggets.
do you know what I mean?
The nuggets.
It's a
and
bigger
chips.
problem for the big man then
Plastic
than it is for
cutlery
them.
I actually don't want to chat to you anymore.
What's wrong with you? What? Because I reminded you about what your
No,
club is.
because you don't get it, and I'm disappointed
Now she's
in
sulking.
you.
Why can't I sit at adult table?
No,
Let me
I'm saying,
talk.
you've been sitting on the floor. What's wrong with you?
It's
Get
all
up.
mad.
I don't want to chat to you.
Why can't I sit with Auntie Jemima?
Why are you so rattled? You're just proving my point.
Takes me back to school, this.
You're an enabler.
What KG and X did to Raul was priceless. They turned on him worse than Brutus did to Julius Caesar with that Jagged Edge song, says LJ Brown. Flex, big up. He was the only one on the panel that gave Arsenal a chance. I said 2-2.
You're blaming me
wanna
because I
run the
looked at it
tapes
realistically
back, I
and
said
thought they were
2-2
alright.
on the night.
You're angry at me.
Matisse,
Why are you
anything
angry
to
at
say
me?
about Caicedo, says London.
Why
No,
can't Rice just have a masterclass and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
don't need to talk about Caicedo?
True.
Caicedo's been a great
Abby, Spurs fans should give Ange time. Look at what Arteta has done. Also, maybe change the M1 to the A10 or Tottenham High Road to Edmonton.
No one
Says
wants to run up
Eagaloo.
that. I can assure you.
Yeah.
No one's running up that.
AJ says, I remember when dem bums were putting Rice in Basuma combos. Man is, and always has been, world class. To those Teta outers, time to back this team and manager. A rallying call there from AJ. Guna girl, the pain on Abby's face is real. My guy, Declan Rice and peas. Suj says, party Timber, MLS, Saliba, along with the Rice, outstanding. Unfortunately makes Odegaard's performance look worse. Sometimes trying is just not enough. Abby, thoughts on City and Udogie this summer, says Juno. By the way, get the likes up, people. We're about to push 10k and we haven't even reached 2k likes. What is wrong with you? What a entertaining show this is today. Get them likes up, people. I dare Abby to say something nice about Arsenal.
I
says
have watched the start of the show.
ELC. Fair.
Said you were very, very good.
I wonder if Abby's got a Madrid shirt yet. You going to cop?
No.
They
Well,
just released the Tekka 99
after that
remake as
No,
well.
Adidas one.
Yeah,
No, after-
Raul modelling it,
happening.
Guti and that.
after
Heavy.
that performance the other night, no, they can hold that. No.
But you
No.
will be wearing it if they knock them out, won't you?
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
I'll go and buy
if you
it.
think refs have an agenda in the PL, boy, wait until we go to the Bernabeu. Yeah, don't give these
I need,
refs
like,
any
3
reason to get a red card. please.
3 pens. Like
Mad contentious ones
it's
as well.
literally touched like his nail.
Yeah.
And it's like no.
Lewis Skelly red card.
Lewis
Yeah.
Skelly red card.
I will
need it
say,
all.
Lewis Skelly, little bit lucky to get
thought
away
he
with
was
a
great. I
card.
thought he was
Maybe
great,
not
yeah.
red, but I think a yellow with that.
What, with Bellingham?
with the kickback on Bella's, yeah.
No, that was minor. Come on.
Bellingham, you know what? When it's not going his way,
Yeah,
he
he gets
turns
rattled.
into like
He
a
gets rattled,
proper
yeah, he gets rattled.
rattle.
No, but that's what makes him
Go
the
to the
player
ref.
he is.
Watch that. You'll see it on the screen. This panel, if you think Arsenal can't win the Champions League, you're a goddamn fool. I mean, look, unless you've done it before, there's no sample size, there's no previous, there's no history to draw upon. So they don't have the European heritage. But that's why I said, in credit to Arsenal, this is why I just said it could be the cornerstone. It could be the turning point. It could be the
Someone
moment
so
where
that
we
you said
say
you've got
that is it.
20% chance, 1 in 5. Come
Who cares about the percentages? Just win it and then shut everyone else up.
on. That's
There you
incoming.
go.
That's
Oh,
incoming.
okay.
That's incoming.
Incoming.
So you're definitely
You're
going
gonna
to win
win
the
it.
Champions League.
Just let them do this. Let them do this, please.
No, don't draw back now. You just said incoming. So let's get it on camera. These two have had their moment. Are Arsenal 100% going to win the Champions League? Let's get some chess.
Are you 100% going to
No. Answer the question.
live
Answer
tomorrow?
the question.
Hopefully.
Why? What are you
Imagine
wishing
every,
upon me?
imagine any time we ask for prediction, are you going to be alive tomorrow? Are you going to be
Are
alive
you going to beat
tomorrow?
West Ham at the weekend? I don't know. I might get hit by a bus, mate.
Right, the best way
Come
for
on,
me
bro.
to answer that
Crazy,
question.
you know.
I want yes or no.
That's
The best way to
no,
answer
yes,
is
no.
that
I
our
ain't never
chances
seen
of
nobody
winning-
do that
Binary.
before.
1-0.
I've
black,
never seen
white.
that before.
Yes, no, let's go.
What's the point
Let's-
in
Like
predicting?
you asking me
Maybe
big
not.
man questions, you can
Maybe
be alive
not.
tomorrow, you're going to wake up.
Avanti West Coast might derail.
Are you alive?
He's hoping for it.
So
Anyway.
if you are alive
So come on.
tomorrow.
All right, let's say you are alive. Let's say I am alive tomorrow. Yeah?
God willing.
Yeah, inshallah. Right? Let's get a number, yes or no, please. Are you going to win the Champions
Are you going
League?
to let me talk?
Please, I want you to talk.
Our chances are way higher than 20%,
bottled it.
which is what
Absolutely
my
bottled
point was at the
You've
time.
just said it incoming and now you're backtracking.
Bottled
We
it.
can definitely win.
Incoming in what year?
No, will you? Will you
Are you
win
going to
it?
win the Champions League?
You said it's
We've
incoming.
given you all
will
the flowers. We've said it is an incredible performance. Now go
Don't
on and
shit
win.
us
Tell
Great
them
now.
chance.
Yes,
Tell
you do.
tell
Laurie,
us
tell
about
them
your
you're going to win
Yes
it,
or
man.
no?
Tell us about your
Come on,
team.
win it. Oh,
Tell us.
Come on.
say it. Yes
Tell
or
us
no?
about
You've got a great
Don't
chance.
do
of
Ah,
winning.
see,
Nah,
politician
bottled it.
settings.
Sign up for this
Politician
Bottled it.
settings, man.
Absolutely.
Sign up.
I'm gonna
Are
come
you
back.
going to
No,
win
he
it?
didn't.
We can't because
Oh,
we,
okay.
but we,
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you had to think.
We've won it
Is
6
Is
times.
it a Lyle thing? Is it a Lyle?
Yes,
thing?
it is a lie.
Is it a Lyle thing?
Yeah.
Is it
thing, though.
Is that a laughing?
It's a laughing.
I'm happy to say
You can't
conclusively,
chat to us. We've won it 6
comprehensively,
times. You do your
undoubtedly,
bit.
No, but the reason
they are not winning the Champions League.
So no.
0%.
Arsenal going to win the Champions League. We'll go around the table, so it's not just
you're
you.
looking for clickbait. I'm not going to give you that. I'm not
Mate,
going
you
to give
just
you
said
that.
incoming.
Why have you put that out
He's
there?
just said incoming.
You said 20%
It's a yes or
chance.
no answer. You can say they
Flex.
got a chance.
Yes
but
or no?
I don't believe they will. No.
No. Abby?
I can't.
Yes or no?
No.
I say no. Yes or no?
Yes.
So there we go. We've got it. And no.
You saw
Thank
what
you.
I said.
All right.
Yeah, but we heard what you said when the draw was made.
All right. Let's.
We heard
Nah,
what you
you
said.
ain't winning the Champions.
Oh.
He also thinks
see.
Liverpool are a bigger
You get
club
past
than
Real
Arsenal
Madrid,
as
but
well.
you ain't
I mean, the other way around. Laurie versus Preston, part 2. Do you not understand the point I made? Yes, condemn the player, fair enough, but don't badmind an entire club and city that has zero history.
Yeah, because I said
of
that because I didn't
discrimination.
like
They're
the.
onto you for that Preston thing.
Oh,
Hang on,
it's
no.
late.
Let me just answer that. I said at the time that I was unhappy with the way that Preston handled it, which is why I came after the club as well.
What are we even talking about? What did
The
Preston do?
incident with the
I
defender
don't know.
racially abusing the guy from Burnley.
Was that confirmed though that he said that?
Pretty much so, yeah.
I'm not sure if it
Well, the
was
player said he
100%
didn't say it,
confirmed.
but hey, come on.
Okay. Abby, you fixed up in your attitude. This is good, says
Haven't.
Chicken Dippers. We're going to come back to the Super Chats
Alright.
and move on. Right, Europa League.
Still not chatting to you.
Lyon versus
I'm not asking
Manchester
you to.
United.
I'll go and talk about your. Big
Why are
team.
you saying that? I'm still not.
I'm
Good.
still not good.
Flex.
Good.
I'm not. I didn't see her asking you to talk to me.
Good.
Flex, I've got to ask you
Good.
this. Was Nemanja Matic correct about what he said about Onana?
Well, statistically, yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah, he said statistically you're the worst of the modern era, and then
When
Sky,
it's a modern
Sky
era,
went and got.
how far are we going back?
Well, the modern era is De
25
Gea. Just before that, it was
Barthez.
Van der Sar. I mean,
Lingard.
Barthez. Listen, Sky done the graphic and showed me numbers,
Yeah.
which is the
They backed
same
it up.
stats that
I've seen
Matic was
it.
talking about.
Yeah.
And I saw all the thing with Onana in the lower percentile of all of them.
Yeah.
Can you flip it and say, yeah, it's only been 2 years, give him another 8 and see? Yeah, but I know my eye test as well. He's not great.
He's unfortunate that your modern day goalkeepers have been there for
Hall
long
of Famers.
periods of time.
Yeah.
You don't do this
De
chop and
Gea,
change.
Van der Sar.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe Almunia, sometimes maybe
Schmeichel.
Mendy, Kepa.
Exactly.
You have your keeper and that's it.
And out of the number ones, because there's long-serving number ones, so he's
Yeah.
been bought as a number one. So if you compare him already in 2 seasons
Yeah, he's done.
to the other number ones, you can't talk
Perhaps
to any of
a
them.
fairer
And he
co-
never will be able to speak to any of them.
Perhaps a fairer
So-
question to ask is who's been a better player for United, Matic or Onana?
Onana.
And
Well,
Onana clapped back
Onana
and
saying
said,
I
"I've
won
won
something.
trophies."
No, you. I'm
You
asking you.
personally.
Well, Matic,
Very
isn't it?
difficult
It's,
to-
yeah, it's a keeper who's been there for 2 years and not great, and probably should leave. And Matic,
That's
who
a
was there,
compliment, not great.
and yeah,
starting
Matic
to
was
tail
all right.
off.
Yeah,
But
he
Matic has won
but-
the Prem at Chelsea, though.
He's
a
won it
bad
3
man in
times,
this.
yeah. But it's not. It's about the club individual, yeah. What Onana did say in defence to him, yeah, is like I said. The quote wasn't, "Oh, well, how do you think the game's going to go? We're way better than them. They're dead." That's not how it happened. He said, that, they're a very good team, etc.
Did he use the term way
And
better?
at the end, he did say,
way
he did
better,
say.
yeah.
I think he said we are better than them.
No, he said way better.
Did he say way
I think
better?
way better
Yeah.
was
So
the
there you
exact
go. So,
words.
but what Matic has done though, which is fair game. It isn't. It
Journalists
isn't.
have
He made it
stirred this
personal.
up
No,
now, haven't
Matic
they?
made it
Big time.
personal.
He shot
He
him
never
in the
cussed
head.
Matic.
Shot him in the head.
He never cussed Matic.
Yeah, but he cussed his club.
What? He cussed his club. So Matic, all he needs to do is say, listen, well, he can think that. Last time I checked, they're 14th in their league. We're this, we're that. He done the personal thing on Andre Onana.
Yeah.
Why? Because he said, you're idiot.
No, but do you think
He
Onana
said-
has that kind of kudos to be making statements like that?
When you're, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
When
he
you're,
doesn't. He
I just
doesn't.
don't think you need to add that in. When we're not great and you're also not great and have the potential to, after the last European run he had last season, that single-handedly got us kicked out
Matic
of the
scores,
Champions
though.
League bottom of
Matic
the group.
smacks in a
Matic
screamer against
screamers
him.
one.
He's
Bro.
done.
If Lacazette screamers one,
He needs a
I'll be
17.
on your
He needs a
neck.
17 De Gea at the Emirates. That's what
Any
he needs.
individual error from him in this time,
Can't do it.
we will be there.
And so he's just
We'll-
added to it. But also at the same time, football needs all this type of stuff.
Yeah,
I
I
agree.
like
It's
American
just
cinema,
sports where they just call it
drama.
out.
And they just go
What,
at
you
each
think
other.
you're that? You're crap. Unless it's Schmeichel, De Gea, or Van der Sar chatting to me, I ain't listening to you because you're dead.
Why can't we have
That's
more
what he
of
said.
this, man?
I know, and Onana, to be fair to him, there's not much he can come back with, but he's put a picture of him kissing the FA Cup saying, not many people win stuff for this
In that
amazing
game,
club.
he let
You
it
was
with
here
this
however many years, you didn't win nothing.
he was
For this
lucky
club.
to even
Matic
be
won
starting
nothing.
that
No, he
match.
didn't win nothing.
He won nothing at all at
No,
United.
and he was
you
on
see
the,
the
and he
goal
was
that
on
he
the
let in
bench
in
in the
that
Europa
game?
League final that
That's
we got to and lost.
mad.
Did you see the
Gates
goal
Villarreal.
he let in from Doku in that same
Ridiculous.
FA Cup final?
He was the reason why I flipping couldn't even watch the game for
Oh
the last
my
5
God.
minutes.
What
of that
about
game.
commentary? Don't get me started
You know what I'm
on
saying?
his performance.
So
here.
look, Onana,
And that's why I asked
great.
what I think is
Yeah.
a very pertinent question.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
of them has had the better impact at United?
Well, the better impact, is Matt. He's been there longer and didn't do a madness like what Onana's been doing.
Do you know what it does do?
Yeah.
It makes tonight more eyes on it.
Exactly.
More
That's all it
needle,
does.
More tense.
Yeah.
And big him up because look what we're all here talking
It's
about.
the same kind of what's happened there. I mean, I love my boxing. It's the same type of thing
trash
that
talk.
you build fights.
Yeah,
with.
that's
trash
it. And,
talk.
and you know what? I
So
don't
I'm with
mind
you.
it.
I
I
love
already
it.
got
I
enough
love
to
it.
worry about with just can my team score a goal and that. That's
Yeah.
but in the context of football, I'm a fan that's like I like it where we ask for players to express themselves and say more stuff.
Yeah.
Don't just say the routine answer.
I do think
And then when they
Onana was
come
a
out and
little.
say madness, we go
Watch
no.
along tonight. for it?
Yeah.
They might
I
have to
do
do
think
this more
Onana
often.
was a little bit
Yeah.
out of pocket by saying way better. Though. If you said better, I could say okay.
That's his opinion. Yeah, exactly.
fine.
He thinks
Fine.
that, and it's Matt's opinion. Well,
not- it's
he's
just
saying
not
it's not
true,
opinion.
though.
He's saying it's stats statistically
He's saying it's
factual.
facts.
And then Sky put up the graphic, and it is statistically
he's saying it's a
true
fact
against them
that
other
you're
guys.
dead.
But you know, Sergio Romero,
Well, I saw
Man
another
United,
stat. I saw another
second
stat
keeper's
today
better
where
than
they were
Onana.
saying that of the top 100 goalkeepers currently, globally, Onana doesn't get in there. So maybe that was
Well,
the
there you go.
metrics
If you're not
he's
in the
referring
top
to.
100, and
There's
you're
a
playing
lot
for
of
Man
metrics
United,
in it.
that's-
But then he was in the team. But then Onana was in the team of Europe the season he come to Man United.
All
when
right.
he got to the
Well,
final
let's get a score prediction for this one. Obviously, just like Real Madrid and Arsenal, there's 2 ties, so we can do all the predictions and the cookings halfway through. But I'm going with 1-1 on the night, first leg. Would you take that now?
That's my prediction. Yeah, I definitely would take that.
So after all that big
It's-
talk, you just take a
what
draw.
big talk?
No,
He didn't say no.
He's not doing the big
He didn't say
talk.
no.
Well, you just I didn't have no
No,
big
this
talk.
is what he does.
Yeah,
he
he's
puts
just making
words in
stuff
your
up.
mouth. Yeah,
I don't know
does
what you just listened to me say for 5
Man
minutes.
Chill, don't get triggered.
And then he'll tell you to chill.
Yeah, no, but you were just having a go at Abby saying, "Oh, come on."
What do you mean?
He'll make
bro.
something up that you haven't said.
that
And
is
when
the
you
worst
get
take
rattled
of the
by
day.
it, he goes,
What?
"Relax, bro,
Yeah.
relax."
I didn't have no big
No,
talk.
but you're getting
You asked me,
triggered.
is
You're
Onana
getting
statistically
triggered.
worse?
You're
And I
getting
said,
triggered. You're getting
yeah.
triggered.
I'm very heated today.
And then I
I'm
said-
prepared for a
Yeah,
Thursday.
yeah,
We
so
usually
you're getting
do.
triggered.
I'm good.
Dude,
This is a
chill.
preview as well.
I've
It's
sat in
not
my
even
seat
a
the whole
roundup.
time. You was underneath the desk.
Telling you it's a roundup.
I'm
You know,
good.
preview.
This is definitely a roundup.
All right, 1-1.
Round
So
up
what have we got?
1-1.
from you?
What am I going? 2-0 Leon.
2-0 Leon. Who to score? Lacazette.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
And Matt.
Listen up.
Score prediction.
Couple of ex-Arsenal players that I do
Maitland-Niles?
like. Maitland-Niles, Lacazette. I hope Leon smash, man. You know?
Ooh, it's late.
But realistically, yeah, I think probably. No, I'll go Leon 2-1.
2-1.
2-0 Leon. Got Cherky.
Oh, he's
And-
someone
and
that we've
Onana
not
to
even
throw one
mentioned,
in.
mate.
Onana to throw one in.
And then Matic to stand over him like that when he's done it. That's
right.
Hold.
Mad.
We've
Hold.
got Bruno, mate. So
All right, next up, Tottenham Frankfurt.
Shirky,
Obviously, we mentioned earlier, didn't we, that the Arsenal fans were singing "Are you Tottenham in disguise" to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
A journalist has told Ange that, like a little grass, like what's his name in Recess, Randall. And he's like,
Oh,
you heard what
Randall.
they've said about you, by the way. Journalists love it, don't they? Little Randall. So he's actually said to Ange, what do you think about the Arsenal fans singing "Are you Tottenham in disguise"? But this is a tough tie. Etikite, I think that's how you pronounce it. Ekitike, on form, on fire. He's doing bits. But what we have to understand is this is, and correct me if I'm wrong, the biggest game in Tottenham's recent history.
Yeah, it is.
biggest game since the Champions League final.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. it
And
is.
Ange's career,
Or was it biggest
Potentially.
game since the Carabao Cup final? Because that was like had to win
Champions
that.
League.
When, what year was? Oh,
20
what
in
under?
lockdown.
Carabao Cup final
No,
was after
because
that.
we had Ryan Mason. In
Yeah, but it was still your biggest game.
Well,
This is the biggest game since that.
Obviously, it was a big game, but
Europa League's a
we-
bigger trophy, though.
Yeah, but we also had Ryan Mason in charge. So as soon as they sacked Jose 3-4 days before, your chances massively
right.
dwindled, didn't they? So no, this is the biggest game in that we've had since the Champions League final. Absolutely.
Wow.
On the comments though, just starting with that, I thought they were unnecessary, and I know the journalist that said them, and he's actually a Spurs fan, and I get why he was pointing it out, but I think having that conversation and saying, you know, you're the whipping boys and whatever, and like, I just don't think that's really conducive, is it? When you're there to do your presser, ask questions that are necessary. Just say, is it the biggest game? You
I agree
can
with
also
you,
just
actually.
say, you know, you saw what happened the other side of North London the other night. Does that spur you on to
Yeah.
make sure you can just phrase it in a different way? I don't think you need to put in the whipping boy part, because look, we hold
It's
L's
clicks,
every
though,
single
innit?
week.
It's
Of course, it's
clicks.
clicks, but you could see it pissed off Ange, and I don't think it was even necessary to do that. Like, he's under a lot of pressure, and fair, rightly so, because the results have not been resulting. That's rude. But
Cardinal sin.
There's been a lot of rudeness on the show today.
Right,
I
Jamie
think that's gone out the
Carragher.
window.
Rudeness.
So it's also rude to assault people.
Yeah, you're right, you babe.
Don't know.
It slipped.
Is it rude to
It
throw
slipped.
bottles at people?
It
Is that
slipped.
rude as well?
It's literally
Probably.
slipped out my hand.
Or is it just a
was
criminal
Spirit,
offence
actually.
to do
Spirit
that?
did it.
Yeah.
It was one of them spirits.
But
I
I
don't think
actually
you should
agree,
be talking about
Abby.
rudeness.
Anyway, back
today.
to
I do agree. I
back
think
to,
it's
back to the previous.
it's like the journalists go in at the minute to these press conferences and say, if I'm the one that winds him up and gets the
They want
clicks
the
and the
bite.
title, then I've done my job. My bosses are happy. And I just think when you look at Ange, lay off him a little bit. Do you know what I mean? The amount of undercut questions and little backhanders that he
comments,
gets.
yeah.
You know why they
They're
do that though?
trying to
Because
wind him up.
he's easily
He's an easy
triggered.
target.
Yeah,
bro.
he
He's
is.
easily triggered.
He could just say no comment, moving on.
Well,
He could
yeah.
just,
This
he
is
could
what
just
I'm
say
saying.
that
He
as well.
needs to change his tactics on how he deals with the media. Because in
Could just
England,
answer
in
that.
England, the
Think
media
you're
have always
getting
been
me?
like this. The media have always been like this in England.
They'll come for you.
Jose Mourinho, Arsene Wenger, Sir Alex Ferguson, Rafa Benitez.
Yeah, Rafa.
Everybody's had to find their way of how to deal with the media. And the problem is with him is that he wears his heart on his sleeve maybe too much. He's too open, and he just gets taken for
He's
a mug.
emotional. But
He's
I-
emotional.
I do like that about him as
I
well.
see-
Nah, but it's going to work
do.
He
against
didn't
you.
actually bite on this one though.
It'll work
To be
against
fair.
No,
you.
he didn't bite
He
on
said,
it. but-
"You're probably reading it too much, mate. We just got to focus on our team."
I
He
just
was
think,
alright.
I just personally think that the phrasing of the question was unnecessary. I think that Spurs take enough licks as they do, and I just don't think that it needs to actually also come from a Spurs fan to just talk about that. But anyway, moving on. Yeah, it's absolutely huge. I'm actually going tonight, which is nice. I'm not working.
Would you prefer this tie to be second leg at home?
100%.
Right.
Wish it was flipped round. Absolutely. But listen, I need a performance. I look at the Southampton game the other day. Yeah, we got the job done. But if you watch that game, any Spurs fan will tell you, it was not easy. Second
not?
half was not easy.
just saw the
Southampton had chances. First half, they were better. But I need these players to step up. Like, this is all you're playing for. Like,
Yeah.
there is nothing in the league. There is nothing. You are going to finish somewhere between 13th to 16th. There's nothing going on in there. Your energy, your levels, any quality that you have needs to be tonight, next week, and then please, if we go forward in that, it has to be. This is your focus. So just take it as you're playing one game a week, and that's your focus. I don't know if Kulusevski is or isn't back. I didn't actually have a look and see if he was, but there is enough quality in that squad that Spurs should never be where they are in the league, in all honesty. And as good as Frankfurt can be, and we've played them before, I still think that when you're at home, you've got to try and get the job done as much as you can. Of course, I wish it was the other way around. Very techie settings when we go to Frankfurt. But I this is all I've got. I've got to hope that those senior players step up, because my whole season has been hinged on young players in a Bergvall Gray and a Jed Spence resurgence. That's been my highlight of the season. I need to come out of this with something. And the other thing I would say is that I don't necessarily know if we're going to win it, because you have to look at Tottenham's history. It's probably very unlikely we would go on and win it. But if we did, that would be so good, because of what Ange has said in terms of I always win trophies in my second season. I will still
that'd be mad.
I would still want him to
That
go
on the-
after.
on the parade bus.
I would still want him to go after, because like I said on Monday's show, I just don't think that
Long term, it's
it's feasible, it's doable, because of the style. But if he did do that, that is so cold.
No, it's not.
It is cold. It's cold.
To say I always win
I'm
things
trying
in the
to
second
think of,
season and actually
like-
do it.
And then
is-
mic drop and then go.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Man.
Legend.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind
Legend.
Spurs winning it. I'll be frank.
Yeah, of course you
I
do.
actually would. I've got.
You're a Liverpool fan.
I've got
You
no.
don't care.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
wouldn't mind Spurs winning it.
no
Give
chance.
her a good day out.
I don't want him to.
Have I
win
not
shit.
suffered enough?
It changes nothing in terms of the size of the clubs, and I just don't want them getting
I
anywhere
know,
near a
I
trophy.
want
Do
them to
you know how
win,
comical it is that they haven't won anything since 2008? We've got to keep this joke running.
Of course,
We've
but then
gotta
you,
keep
there,
this
but there
joke
would
running.
just be a new joke that you've only
Nah,
won
man,
one
I don't
thing.
want new jokes. I like the old
25
joke.
years. But it
Old
changes,
jokes,
though, doesn't it? It does change.
It's
You
madder
just
than
all you
that.
do is just move the goalpost so that
I
you're
hear
always
it.
superior.
But I just don't even want to move anything. I love everything how it
Under the
is.
table and that.
I'm with Matisse on that one. I don't want him to win.
Of course not. And they're not going to.
Score predictions then, guys.
Even when they pick up an Audi Cup, I frown. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
It's a big rivalry. Of course he doesn't want you to
Score
win.
prediction, first leg. Let's get it, Flex.
Silly
Tottenham
question.
Hotspur versus Eintracht Frankfurt. What's your score prediction?
Oh, Tottenham are getting licks. I think they'll score though, because they score. I'll say 2-1 Frankfurt, and then they'll get back to Frankfurt, get
Finish
destroyed.
the job, yeah.
Ekatike and them doing madness.
I think it'll be 2-1 Spurs, but I fear that the licks we'll hold in Frankfurt will be harsh.
So you don't think you're actually going to go through it?
I don't know. Look, I can only base it
Who's
on.
starting centre back for you?
Well, everyone's back,
everyone,
ain't they?
they're both
So Van
fit.
der
Their team
Yeah,
back.
it should be Van
Okay.
Got everyone,
In that
yeah.
case, I'll go 2-2 on the night tonight.
I will be able to.
Fighting
I will
chance
be able
away
to tell
next
you
week.
in the first 10 seconds.
What's gonna happen?
I'll text you
But
all.
how you kick off.
I'll
you'll
be in.
go.
I'll be in the group
She is
chat.
good at that,
10
to be
seconds
fair.
in, and I'll be able to tell you how this game's
If you
going
give
to
away a
go.
corner straight away, you go, yeah. No,
Spurs,
that's
Spurs
it.
do that thing where it's like you can tell if they're up for it or they're
Yeah,
not.
I
up
know
for
that.
it.
I feel it. Yeah, that's
Like
true.
the atmosphere can be great.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll have a TIFO of some kind. So
Yeah,
they'll
yeah,
probably, they'll probably give us some like little plastic bag that you can hold up and whatever, recyclable. Yeah, that's what they do, my club.
Flags, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then
no,
as soon as the game kicks
I
off,
believe you won't invest in a flag. Do me a favour. Way too much money. Yeah, like little plastic bag. But
Arsenal
trust me,
did the
I
same
can.
thing
I
the other
can.
night.
I know them so well. You can tell in the first 10
Do
seconds.
you know what? It's like when you play football, first 5 minutes of a game, you're like, we're
You
going
just
to win
know.
this.
yeah,
We,
that is true.
or we ain't winning this. Right, Premier League. Newcastle, Manchester United, we're talking
Did you
about.
do their predictions?
Let's go.
We just don't matter.
Yeah, apparently not.
Silence them.
Apparently not.
Just
Frankfurt, man. I'm going Frankfurt 2-1. And they'll go and smash Spurs in
Are they your favourites to win the whole competition?
amongst them, yeah.
What chance would you give them? No, I'm joking.
More than 20%.
I would as well.
petty shows,
Matthias?
though.
I'll go 2-1 Frankfurt.
And then they do the business in
Yeah.
the second leg, yeah. This time next week.
Get them out
Ooh,
of
it's
there.
late.
That wasn't in the mic.
I bet you they heard.
I
what
bet
you
it got
said.
picked up. It gets picked
right
up.
there.
you hear that,
Newcastle, again.
That's right. Matisse already
Look at
demonetised
this.
us earlier.
Yeah, facts. 100%.
Look at this few
That's
days,
Arsenal,
right,
isn't
for Man U. They go away to Lyon and then away to Newcastle. That's the
Doesn't matter.
weekend.
Are we?
Yeah, doesn't matter.
But it does to Newcastle.
Oh yeah, to them. That's what I'm saying. So good for them. They'll collect
2-1 then?
2-0.
2-0?
There's whatever. Yeah, licks.
Licks.
Geordie lap. Oh my god. Yeah. 2-0 Newcastle. Especially sandwiched between this. If this game's close as well.
I reckon that. Did you say 2-0?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go 2-0 actually as well.
2-0 as well. I will go
Oh,
3-1.
sorry, we haven't even
Newcastle.
spoken about the
Nah,
2
man,
o'clock
don't worry
kickoff.
about that, man. Don't worry
We haven't
about that.
spoken about the 2 p.m. kickoff.
Oh,
You
yeah.
you
You've
better
got a
run.
game, bro.
You better run.
Warsaw.
It's not,
that,
it's
bro.
not even in the
You
thing.
better run home. You're gonna miss it.
Abbi said 2 p.m.
It's not even in the
Come
thing.
on.
Well, it kicks off in 15
Let's
minutes.
let's chat about what's it called, Legia Warsaw.
I just don't understand why you, of all people on this panel, are trying to tell me that this competition ain't shit.
I
when
want to
you've
chat
not won
about
anything.
Legia
There you go.
Warsaw.
You would be lucky to
Why
win
are they
this
entering
competition.
chat? That's
I'm
my
just
You would be-
saying,
you would
it weren't
be
even in the
lucky.
running order. I'm giving you your moment.
You would be
Give me your
lucky.
moment.
I don't want my
It's not in the
moment.
It's not in the
I
running
know
order.
that this competition is beneath my stature of
It's
club
not
because
in-
we've won 2 Champions Leagues.
It's not in
We've
the
won
running
2
order,
Europa
babe.
Leagues. We've won a Club World
It's-
Cup.
I wanted
We've
you
won
to
a
get
Super
your
Cup.
clip. I want
we
you to
have
have your
European
moment.
heritage. So I don't need to.
Can't have your
I don't need
moment.
to savor this
Let's
moment.
digest
about
Legia Warsaw.
Go get your job
Digest.
done. Go handle your business. But you,
Legia
if
Warsaw.
you were playing Legia Warsaw, there would be bags in the seats.
We wouldn't be on
Yeah?
at 12 o'clock.
There would be, and you would have to milk it because this is you can't undermine any European.
I'm
competition
asking
that
you.
you're
I
in.
want to hear your opinion on your game
Don't worry
against
about
Legia
it.
Warsaw
What do-
because it
what do you
wasn't in
want
the
me to
running
say?
order. Tell me, do a preview. Matisse, what do you think about the game against
Have you
Legia
even done a
Warsaw?
preview?
I don't do previews for these games. I'm not breaking down anything. I don't even know any of their players.
Saving the
Turn
SD
up,
cards,
win
face.
the game, go home. Done. Preview finished.
What time kickoff is it though? Genuinely?
5:45.
Oh, 5:45.
right after
Rush
the,
home from
right
work.
after the
That's
rush
after.
hour.
That's after Lingo,
Rush hour
no?
settings.
Yeah, and a place in
Rush
the
hour
sun.
settings. Anyway,
Can I watch? I can.
genuinely,
can I
it
watch the
wasn't
first
even
half
on.
of the chase?
It wasn't even on the.
That's
on
fine.
the,
I don't
on the
take
sheet
offence. I don't take any offence. We won't be in it next season anyway.
there. Right,
not a
seriously. Newcastle, Man
That
United.
does clash with
We've
tipping
done that.
point.
Newcastle United score, please.
Pointless in that.
Pointless
Who's
and tipping point.
Newcastle at home, right?
Yeah.
It's like their
I'll
game's
say
pointless.
3-1 to Newcastle.
2-0.
2-0
United
Newcastle.
can't score for Toffee.
Matisse.
Yeah, 2-0 Newcastle.
2-0. Liverpool West Ham. I'm going to be at the game. Looking forward to it. I'll go 3-1 Liverpool.
Yeah, I'll match that.
Yeah, West Ham poor.
About
You
that.
think West Ham will score? Probably not.
Maybe
Liverpool
not.
3-0
just
Liverpool.
don't give up some silly
Do you know
goals,
what the
man.
aggregate of our games against West Ham is this season?
150 to
10-1.
10. Oh.
So they have scored one against us, but we've beaten them 5-0 away and 5-1 at home in the cup. So I
Liverpool
spoke
are one
to
of
Nicky
those
Hawkins. I said, just roll over for
bully
me, fella."
boy teams, actually.
Pause. But football
Base every
football
once.
chat, yeah.
Yeah, Liverpool are bullying.
Yeah, bully boy. Matthias?
Sorry, I was just thinking about Rice's goal. What was that? I'm joking.
Liverpool West Ham score prediction.
Oh God, Liverpool again. Oh Jesus, just win the league already. God grief, who cares? 2-0
This guy is
Liverpool.
rude, man.
Just win the league.
2-0, fair enough. Man City Palace, please.
Palace, you know.
Palace always give them a little
I
argument.
could see.
At the Etihad, they do, yeah.
It's at the Etihad though, but
Yeah, I know, but
what does that mean anymore?
Nothing. I fancy Palace. I'm going to go 2-1 Palace.
Yeah,
2-1
yeah, I'm gonna join you
Palace.
on that. Yeah,
Palace.
2-1. Yeah. Ooh, no Haaland.
No, they've
I
got nothing.
don't think that means anything.
1-0
Yeah.
Palace. Is that mad?
1-0.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be
2-1 Palace. then.
City ain't scored.
Up the Eagles.
But at
mate.
the Etihad, they'll probably score a goal.
Up the Eagles.
At home, yeah.
Yeah, they'll probably score.
I'll go-
Actually, they'll
you
probably nick.
I'll go 2-1. No, I'll go 3-1 City.
2-1 City.
Mamouche
tight.
will.
Palace are on good.
Yeah, they are.
Palace are that type of team that can go there, and they've done well.
Give them problems.
They've done well up there in the past. I'll go
City
for
just-
Desmond 2-2.
2-2. Arsenal Brentford.
The energy we got right now.
Rest players, isn't it?
You man
We
will.
will.
Or put the
You man
first
will
team
be
out and rest them
playing.
against Real Madrid.
Surely.
You man will be playing Carlos
Brentford
Vela.
could get a result.
When Yeri gonna come back in and start.
So no going down.
Surely
Switch it up.
you are resting players.
Trossard
Right?
Yeah, we
start.
will rest players. But what I'm saying is
rest
that
Raya for this.
Bro, rest.
Nah,
You should
they
be
won't.
resting
No,
everyone,
no,
surely.
Really?
No.
Who is
they
your
won't.
second keeper?
Yeah,
That's
that's probably
question.
why.
That's
Yeah,
it,
nah.
exactly. No, I mean,
Is he that bad?
we will rest players, like Abby quite rightfully said. However, I think the energy and Arsenal's the in thing right now.
Just-
We'll
Keep the
feed
momentum
off
going.
that, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
to get that little
I
like.
can't-
hangover.
That's
got-
true, actually. Because
you got-
yeah,
It's
You
just
gotta,
the,
like-
it's the hangover that you
got to
need
rest like
watch out for.
Saliba, players like that.
I don't think they will. I think they might see this
Bring
as
in
an
Ben White.
opportunity.
Yeah, and start Ben White. Yeah.
They might see it as an opportunity to continue that partnership. With,
Okay, yeah,
Saliba
true.
and,
Good point.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay. I'll go
Where's it? Emirates.
Emirates.
it's
yeah.
at the Emirates. Yeah.
I'll go 1-1, just because of the rests that they're going to do.
Confidence is too high. Smashed up Madrid.
I reckon it's
2-0 Arsenal.
2-1
Yeah,
2-1 Arsenal.
I'll go
I
1-1.
think they'll concede.
Yeah.
Wemo, Whistle. I'll go 2-1 Arsenal. I don't think they're going to blitz them.
So 2-goal swings, either 2-0 or 3-1. What shall I do?
Yeah.
It don't matter, but still, just give me something.
Chelsea versus Ipswich Town.
We give them licks, surely.
Gotta be lit.
Surely, bro. Come on.
You need this as
I
well.
know,
man.
they
You know, at
need
the start,
revenge.
of
They
the, you know at
beat
the
you.
start of the season when you look for fixtures on the calendar. This is one of the fixtures I was looking at in the calendar. Yeah,
But
man.
now,
3 points. Surely. Should be no problems. And we need revenge because we lost to them
That's what I'm
at
saying.
Portman Road. So, yeah, this has to be a win. If this ain't a win, then kiss Champions League goodbye. Have to learn the Europa League
bye, my
anthem.
lover. Bye,
I'll
my
go with
friend.
the lapse in form, isn't he? I'll go over 3-1. Who are you kissing over there?
Is that the
She
champion?
was
She ain't,
right,
ki-
she's
she ain't
right,
kissing
she's
no
cool, you know.
trophies. You know what I'm saying? She ain't kissing no trophies. I'll go 3-1.
Also, does anyone say no to a Liam Delap 30 mil?
No, you can't say no.
Of course not.
I wouldn't.
I don't want
That's
him as
the
my.
release
I don't
clause,
want
yeah,
him as my
exactly.
first choice.
I'd have him.
I'd like to have Jackson
do you
left
know
wing,
what?
the lap second choice, new
He
striker.
gets that service at your
But,
place.
yeah, 30
Might-
miles too good.
might do some
100%.
bits.
Can't turn your nose up at that for
I
fun.
don't even
potential.
think Liverpool
30
can turn their nose up
For
to. be honest.
30
They're like
mil.
what they're saying in the report as well. Like half the Premier League is obviously interested.
30 mil.
You know, it'd be perfect for
That's it.
Forest.
Unreal.
Imagine went Forest for 30 mil Champions League football.
Unbelievable.
Chris
I'd
Wood
actually love him.
later.
I'd love him to move
Yeah,
there. You know?
it's probably best
The
for
best
him.
move for Delap would be
Yeah.
to go to a Forest.
Yeah.
Chris Wood's getting older. Perfect team. They play on the transition. Same as
Who would have
Ipswich.
thought that Chris Wood would be
Mad.
kind of the mentor to Liam Delap?
But you know what? That's a good mentor. He bangs in
No,
double
for real.
double
No,
figures every year.
I'm saying
Yeah.
like he can now, but 5 years ago no one was saying that. So I'll go. Oh boy, I'll go 2-1 Chelsea. But it won't be convincing at all.
Didn't you lose to Ipswich?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah, that
We
was
need-
the Martits video.
We need
wasn't it?
no, it wasn't.
No,
was that one?
Matitz was against
Tottenham.
Chelsea.
Tottenham.
Against Spurs, sorry.
Right.
Matitz.
How you going to do that?
Oh, was
not
it?
just
Oh,
him.
oh,
It's
because
not
he
just
came
him.
back and
It's
won.
not-
innit?
It's
Yeah.
not.
not
I
him.
didn't even.
Oh yeah, you always
start
remember the Martits was
I
in
didn't start
celebration. It
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
in
myself.
like I've had enough.
It was,
No, it was
Yeah.
tits out, top off.
Yeah, 2-0 down, came back.
But
Was
the
it
thing
4-2?
is, why do the Geordies
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
do that every away game? But when I do it, it's a problem.
True.
Yeah.
I'll back you up on that.
Yeah,
Cultural
man. It's
thing.
But
regional.
you were inside. though.
Geordies are
it a
synonymous
colour
with
thing?
doing
Them
that.
man
That's
do it
why.
outside.
That's
Is it a colour
that's
thing?
their thing.
Is that a colour thing? Is that a colour thing?
Them lot
When
are
Dave gets
Bro.
his top off, you know what I mean?
Them
He's got
cultural
the
thing.
jugs out and the belly button, you know what I
hella
mean?
tattoos.
And he's
You know what I mean?
champion.
And he's
He's champion.
Ain't nobody said nothing.
It's because it's
Nah,
not the
but
norm
it's-
for you. That's
It's not
why.
the norm.
You don't do
I'm
that.
breaking
Yeah.
all stereotypes.
characters.
And I'm not sure you'll ever do it again.
No,
No.
it's a one-time moment. You don't recreate
I
those
think- I
moments.
think you'll
Champions
do it
League or
again.
something.
Nah,
mad.
I don't
do
want to
it
do it again. Like honestly, that was the only way I could react to that moment.
But
Like,
we
I
don't,
didn't know
we
what
don't
else
need
to
it
do.
again. We've got it. We
Yeah,
can watch
we've got
it
it.
anytime.
Don't need it again.
Anytime,
It's ingrained in
anywhere,
history,
any
like-
place.
Next time I'll just headbutt someone.
It's
Mix it up.
Do it as a dad.
that's gonna win an SJA next year. Honestly, that moment. That is
Why
so
didn't it
iconic.
win at SJ?
It should've-
Really?
I don't think you were nominated, but I will
Moment
nominate
of
you.
the
Sky
moment of the year.
Sports, overlap, and
Overlap,
Martiti
and
for his
Matisse getting his tits
celebration
out.
on the Big Six mark.
Pride.
And it's just a blurred screen.
It was the tassels.
You can tell what's behind the blur, but
It was the tassels for me.
I'm gonna enter you for next year.
Anyway, have you given us a score prediction, mate?
For which game?
Chelsea Ipswich, for God's sake.
Yeah, I did. I said.
All right, 3-1.
I'm going 3-0 Chelsea.
3-0.
When was the last time Cole Palmer scored, by the way? He's due.
He got an
Ooh,
assist. He got an
right.
assist.
I don't actually know, but he
Maybe
got an
January.
assist last
I
game.
think
Yeah,
January.
it's a long
You'd
time.
like to think this would be a game where
Southampton,
yeah.
Villa.
They'll
That's
probably
a
get
non-starter,
That's a
really.
non-starter.
I mean, Villa are going to rest up some players, are they?
yeah, but when
Are
they
not?
do, they made 8 changes against Brighton and still won.
Yeah.
True.
They got bench.
great
They've just got a
depth,
good
mate.
squad.
They got
Yeah,
I'll go
squad depth is not
4-0
their
then.
problem. Yeah.
I go 2-0 Villa.
Yeah.
Forget everything I just said.
Southampton.
Are they
You-
still
you
not
can
got
still
past
Manager's
that?
gone as
mash
well.
up.
Actually, the manager's gone. They might just play
Adam
with some.
Lallana. Assistant
Yeah,
manager.
Lallana
yeah.
first game, the reaction just
I
for
didn't
some-
even know who their manager
Hella
was.
Cruyff
Yeah.
turns and that.
I
Then he
know
got
that.
sacked. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Juric.
He dipped well
You
quick.
can't Europe, mate. Probably got
They've not
finger.
gone past Derby's feet yet, have they?
Wait.
No,
How many-
they are the worst.
How many points are they on?
No, but I think Derby got relegated with what? Was
11.
11 points. I mean,
That's what I mean. So
One
they're the
win and
worst, so
11
they got a
points.
chance
Yeah,
to
they
maybe
got
not
10.
be the worst team ever.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So and Lallana, you know, the Southampton legend,
Hella Cruyff turns and that in training.
yeah, man,
Mad.
might just
Is he a
Get a draw or
Liverpool
something.
legend?
Yeah. Premier League and
Liverpool-
Champions League winner. Yeah.
Lallana's a Liverpool legend.
he's not. A
That's a bit
It's
strong.
difficult because look
He
at
is
the
not
trophies
a
as
Liverpool
well. But then
legend.
I'd say like look at Dirk Kuyt, right? He's a cult icon at Liverpool.
Cult,
Yeah,
I
Cole
think
here.
Lallana's
I
not
don't
a
know.
legend.
But he doesn't have the trophy.
Legend-
So I'll go like cult.
Can't be above Dirk.
He was Jurgen Klopp's favourite.
Yeah,
player
that's a
in his
fan
first
favourite.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Park
fan
Ji-sung
favourite,
was
fan
one of the.
favourite.
I can't
favourites
see-
for
I
He
me.
gets a little thing whenever he comes
But
back.
cult hero.
It's only
Yeah,
one,
yeah, that's fair.
Southampton Villa have done that.
Isn't
Move
his
on.
son playing as well? Right? His son's
Lallana's.
playing.
Right,
Yeah.
everybody-
He ain't old enough to have a son
Everybody's son's
playing
player,
out
isn't
here, no?
Isn't he?
Nah.
I thought I saw something where.
No. He's
Esky's
only
son.
like, if he has a son, he'll be like 12.
He's still playing this season, wasn't he? Oh no,
He's
he's
still
retired.
playing now, bro.
Oh, is he playing?
He's a player.
Is he a registered player?
Assistant manager
Did he
now.
not stop last year?
If he could bring himself on. And
Oh,
just
no,
do
'cause
a
he went
couple
Southampton
of
and shit,
turns.
yeah.
He's
That's
still
good
playing. Mate, he came on against Liverpool and should have got a red card straight away in the Prem this season. Forest v Everton.
Forest. They're chasing.
Yeah, 3-0 Forest for me.
They're zoning in.
3-1.
They're not high scorers.
No,
I
I'm
don't think
joking.
they'll mash them up.
That's just because it's Everton.
Oh.
No, I'll go realistically. I'll go
Not like
2-1
Ivory's a
Forest.
thing,
I'll go
2-1
2-0.
Forest.
Should always want to win.
Clean sheet. 100%.
2-1 Forest.
2-1 Forest.
Yeah, Forest are riding a wave right now. Yeah.
Brighton Leicester.
Brighton.
Leicester get lit.
Leicester.
Oh,
Brighton 3.
look, they on the eye look worse than flipping Southampton.
Makes me absolutely die that Leicester's,
8 games at
Leicester's
Yard.
only win in about 15 has come against us.
It's always you lot, isn't
But
it?
you
Always.
didn't predict it though.
Yeah, I know.
So how can you be mad?
Because it just, again,
Initial effect. Isn't
Dr. Tottenham and that.
What are you mad for?
What are you mad for?
Why are you getting angry?
Why are you so mad?
3-0 Brighton.
3-0 Brighton. I'll go
second that.
3-1. It's 4-1.
it? Forest,
I'll give them a
Leicester
goal.
ain't scored.
Are they confirmed
Little
relegated if they
Vardy
lose this?
Shithouse tackle.
Can't be far off
They've
now.
got to
man.
be.
Surely.
I
Oh,
just
no,
want
no.
confirmation.
I think the confirmation comes
I've got to say
no,
that
not
those,
yet.
those
Very
three
soon.
teams that have come up this season,
The worst
they
ever.
they've been
the worst
dreadful.
ever. And I thought Ipswich would give a bit, but
That loss
Worse
to
than
Wolves.
last year's.
yeah.
Which is weird because you
What
don't,
was last year's again?
like Luton, but you would. It's weird because you would
They all
maybe.
went back down.
because they were-
Luton, Burnley.
No,
because-
Luton put up
no,
a
it
little
was
bit of
close
a
to
fight.
that.
Showed a
No,
lot
I
of
like.
fight,
I was
yeah.
going to say I really like Luton.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted them to stay up, but I
Luton
would
put up a
argue
They
fight.
that.
They did put up. They kept
They
losing
put up a
every single
fight.
week, the same as Ipswich.
Yeah, but they were
No,
they
no,
were
but
in
they
games.
were-
No, they're home
Oh,
games.
Don't forget Everton were close.
Ipswich
until,
played
like,
some
4
alright
games
stuff,
to go
though.
last year.
Yeah, they do.
Ipswich.
They do.
would-
I don't
Ipswich
think. I don't think
think they
Ipswich.
play all right.
Yeah.
Ipswich
Can I
should
just
be
say this, right?
bundled up with Leicester and Southampton.
They flattered this Steve. Southampton did it early in the season, trying to play out from the back, trying to be too clever. They're not about that life.
But the end result is the
At
same.
least
They
with
just all
Luton,
lose.
Luton,
lose.
Super
Luton
chats to get
acknowledged
through, you know.
They went to the
what
final.
What they
I
were.
was saying.
Yeah.
and they tried to fight their way out of it. They came up short, but they got a lot of.
They gave
plaudits.
everybody
Yeah.
like a decent game.
Yeah.
They went to the final day. People were saying Luton.
These man
Oh, fair.
are just.
Yeah, I remember.
You know when you say you're not about that life.
Yeah.
You're not that guy.
Southampton,
Yeah.
Ipswich,
Leicester.
Leicester.
Bournemouth, Fulham.
That's a good
Should be
game,
a
you
good
know.
game.
And
That.
Bournemouth dropped off a little bit, innit?
I would
They
go
have. They're on
2-2.
a bad
That.
form. They're on bad form.
I'll go 2-2.
Oh,
No, I'm
no.
going for
Fulham off the back of the win of you as well. Where is this? At Bournemouth?
Is it Bournemouth?
Bournemouth.
I'm gonna go Fulham. I'm gonna go Fulham
This
2-1.
is a flip of a
Away
coin. This
one,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go 2-0.
Evan Nilsson's back.
I'm going to go with with Fulham. Be interesting if Marco Silva's still at Fulham next season. Actually, there's been a lot of talk that he might.
If he gets Europe, he will
going
be.
across London.
Oh, it's late.
I'll go Bournemouth. Just to be
Anyway, guys, there's so many
I
super
could
chats
do
to get
that
through,
next
so let me rattle
season.
through these, please. Tab says, United fan here, Flex can confirm Rice take a bow. That was Beckham-esque. Fabregas, have some shame for saying Rice has regressed since moving to Arsenal.
Is that what he said?
Did you say that?
Momentiera says 70% Saka twisting up Alaba and Bellingham iconic. Abby, please focus on your team and not Arsenal. # fixed up.
You literally asked me.
Abby, I made you change your attitude on the show. Fixed up.
Is that the same guy?
Chicken dippers, yeah. He's got a thing
dippers.
for you, doesn't he?
Really?
Emmanuel says Madrid lost to Villarreal at home and conceded 4 against Sociedad. They don't have Camavinga either. We have a chance to score at their stadium. Oh, 100%. If Arsenal score first, by the way,
Oh, yeah, it's done.
write it off.
Done.
TV
Go home.
off.
Take players off.
I'm ending the watch along.
Rest.
It's finished.
Rest for the semi-final.
Subscribe from TNT,
I know.
Discovery, all of that.
Yeah.
Noah is a gold level member. Big up to you. That Barcelona segment was very short. Lamine Yamal, the best player in the world at 17. Rafinha, 2 assists and a goal. Top scorer and top assist in Champions League.
That first Rafinha
We do
goal
have to move through it.
is-
though.
Yeah, you're
God, we already have done
Robbery.
Yeah, trust me. Flex's banter is Twitter brought to real life, says Eli Briganti. Are you saying he's a troll? Because I'd agree. Spurs worry about Arsenal instead of themselves. We have worried about them once, but we live rent-free in Spurs' minds. That's why they'll always be
You
losers.
literally were singing about us the other night when you were beating Real Madrid. We live in your heads as well.
Fair enough.
Do you agree with that,
TH14?
Laurie? Spurs live in your heads?
Don't.
Why are you
Rice,
singing
rice,
about us then?
baby.
Enjoy your night.
Absolute techers from Deckers.
Enjoy your night.
All the boys up their standards. Real Madrid pumped and dumped. Mikel masterclass. Life is good. Someone please give Abby some well-cooked rice. Says it's football, not soccer. Noah, Barca PSG or Barca Arsenal would be a great final. And thanks, Laurie, for doing us Barca fans a favour. We will dunk on Madrid on the 26th in the Copa del Rey final. That's coming up as well. Big up Flex. We are behind you. Come on, you Gunners, says Sadiq. DJ Fahi with a little £1 super chat. Big up to you. Eli Brigante with the same Twitter brought to life chat. AGT, it's geography howler after howler from you.
What have you done?
what have you
That
done?
time
Villa
when he
is-
said that
When you
Essex
said,
thing,
what
was
he
it?
said, what'd you say that
Villa is West
Norfolk
Midlands.
was near something else?
Therefore,
or
it can't be.
Southampton?
I should have just said Midlands Derby, to be fair. Against
Oh
North
yeah,
Forest.
I heard that.
That
yeah,
school
I
you
heard
and
that,
Abby
yeah.
went to must be put in Ofsted special
Yeah,
measures
but-
by now.
It's fair, but if last time, whenever he got that wrong, I was like, you are wrong.
Do you know what? I should have
So-
just not said East Midlands. I should have just said Midlands.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I would have been
It's all
right.
right.
Spurs fans are obviously going to care if Arsenal win it, but their lives ain't really going to change. Flex is right.
Mine will. I'll be living in another country.
If Flex is right, why are the Man United fans still chanting about Leeds then? We are still in the Championship, says Yorkshireman.
Okay then, but you're always. Oh,
But if Leeds won a trophy
Oh.
for the first time in God knows how long, I wouldn't move country. I wouldn't care. Like they're not in my.
yeah, but she's not
conversation.
really going to move country. It's
I
just-
will be gone for a long
It's a
time.
figure of
She's
speech,
just a
my
figure of
friend.
speech.
No,
It's a
but that's
figure
what
of
I'm saying.
speech.
I wouldn't be on that level.
But you won't see me.
I
I'll
wouldn't
be
have
gone.
my head in
You
check.
can't
I wouldn't
see
be.
me.
I
You
said I'd be
can't
on a
see
rocket
me.
ship
Are you
tomorrow.
blind?
I'll be gone.
I'm not really going to do it, but
I'll
it's
be
crossing my
gone.
mind at least.
I'll be gone.
Big up
I will be
OK,
gone.
who
I
is
won't
now
come
a
back
gold
in
level
Dominican.
member.
I will not
Shout
come
out
back.
to you. DJ Farkey. Newcastle have won something. Spurs will never. Newcastle has money behind them. Spurs, they should replace Spurs in the Big Six.
Spurs got no money. either.
MB Muay Thai. Flex, come on. Spurs is the team that wanted to lose last season and not get top 4
Just rattle
than
through.
win. So we couldn't win the league, says MB Muay Thai. Joseph, Abby, how does it feel knowing Marino will break the EPL scoring record before Harry Kane?
Oh, bloody hell.
Bit of a mad one there. Guna here. Flex is right. It was because it's the Champions League in 2019. This season, I do not give a damn if Tottenham win the Europa League, says Ibby.
Yeah, because you might be winning. You might win the Champions League, obviously.
AMD, Spurs fans trying to tie their club relevance to Arsenal's success is hilarious to see. When do we kick out when do we kick out the Big Six, says AMD. Flex is right. We won the title at Spurs twice, says Igaloo. London Nomad, as a Guna, 100% agree with Flex. I don't care if Spurs win anything domestic. We've been there and done that.
That's fine. Go and
But
do
the
a survey
Champions
of
League,
Spurs
that's
fans
different.
and see if the answer's the same.
M. Sati, Rice,
Guys,
give
we
us
kick
something
off
to
in 30
remember.
minutes.
Literally,
I'll
Matisse
ask-
needs
I
to get
need
the
to
Lizzie
go,
line.
Okay,
I'm
We
trying to
have
get through
have a
this,
game
mate,
in
but
the
you'll keep
afternoon.
interrupting me. So it's,
Right.
Yeah.
I'll just sit here and wait then for 5 seconds. even
What, are you a
longer.
teacher? I'll just leave.
Shall we all just go?
Honestly, if you want to leave, you can all go. I've got no problem with that. But if you keep interrupting me when I'm doing this,
Just,
we'll
just
be
rattle
sat here
through
longer.
them.
Gotta do
Just
two
rattle
seconds.
through
In
them.
another
I'm
life, in another
trying.
life, he could have been a
It's not me.
teacher.
It's
trying
Matisse.
to
Matisse,
paid them money for
Matisse
this.
just
Yeah.
wants
In
to make
another life, he
kick-off.
could have been a
Wait.
teacher.
Matisse just wants to make
It's not
kick-off.
my-
We'll
it's
wait.
my lunchtime as well. We'll wait.
Oh, that's the line. That's the line.
That's the line. It's your time that you're wasting.
It's your own
I'm
time.
here anyway.
You got your
break.
I've got papers to mark.
Whether you pass or not, it's, you know,
Nothing to do with me.
It's not my
I get
future.
paid.
It's yours.
I get paid
I'm
anyway.
happy
I'll
to
tell
waste
you that.
time. I
Shout
get
out all
paid.
the teachers out there, man. It ain't easy.
They all
It
got the
ain't
same
easy.
bars.
Especially
I'm
with
telling
this
you.
one. Trust
Big up
me.
Mr. Birch now.
Yeah, hang tight then, man. Rice, give us something to remember however, Arsenal will not win any competitions this year. Can't depend on corners and free kicks with no striker.
Here we go.
Mr. Butter. Flex, go apply for McDonald's, bro.
Do you ever think about Mr. Birch and what happened to him?
What happened to him?
No, I'm saying, do you ever think about whatever happened to
I
him?
forgot his name till you brought it
Mr.
up.
Birch?
No, not really.
I always think,
I
well,
remember
what happened
Miss
to him?
Richards, the Australian one.
I just always
She was
wondered what
Angie's
happened to him.
cousin, innit? Flex is so right. Answer this. Well, let me then. You know what I mean? Why is a Spurs fan on the panel over a West Ham or a City fan anyway? Says Precise Signs. Jorge de la Rosa. Spurs only relevant because they are north sharing space with Arsenal.
Arsenal moved north. They're actually
that's
from
true.
south.
That is also true.
Go back to south
If they were
and
anywhere
chill
else in the
Palace.
city, they would be equal to Crystal Palace. JJ says Real Madrid will get 2 pens, win in extra time, refs in the pockets. If Arsenal win the Champions League, I'm shitting on Chelsea, City and Man U first, not Spurs, says Jarek. Alan, Tottenham can be in the conversation. They've won Europa
You're
League
wrong.
and Arsenal have won nothing in Europe. They have won the Cup
Wild
Winners'
take.
Cup in 94.
It is well take.
Rasta Mouse, big up. Matisse, I have a couple shekels on Deschambault to win the Masters. Am I cooked? Why are you asking him about golf? Ask me.
Bro, they asked me about
I'd backed
everything.
Bryson Deschambault. Yeah, I'd back him. Big drive.
That's
Of
what
course
we're
not.
moving on to, yeah.
Flex, Laurie, and the free arms crossed salty sausages, says Mr. Deeks. Usman, Flex, and most of the chat support clubs they don't live near. Of course, they don't understand,
Fair
says
point.
Usman.
Thank you.
Also,
Who's
Flex,
saying
Flex doesn't
that?
live near his club.
Flex don't live
That's
nowhere.
what I mean.
No,
That's
but
true.
Liverpool, the team that's not even in Manchester City, like Man United's biggest rival is Liverpool. It's not even in Manchester. So what are you talking about?
Man said Peckham Red
And
don't know about
Leeds.
that.
Leeds
Like,
is the bigger rivalry than Man City. They're in Yorkshire. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, fair.
Damn.
So
I
shut
live
up.
in Liverpool, but it's all good. I live
Talking
nearer
about
your ground
Our biggest
than you
rivals
do.
are not even in the city,
Yeah.
so shush.
I live near
Yeah,
his
you know what I mean,
ground than he
Matisse?
does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man tried to put you on the Peckham Red.
What is it, bro?
Tried to Peckham Red you.
Tried to peck
You know
and
what I
red.
mean? When all of our
MK
rivals are
Reds.
outside the city.
Mad. But I do live closer to your stadium than you. But anyway,
Good.
Spurs more
for you.
Champions League finals recently than United and Arsenal. True. Chile says Spurs and United watch today. I can't wait to watch these games tonight. You know now. Abby, if your
was that
club
team shout?
dare
I wanted
fail,
I,
Spurs more
I don't wanna
recent
chat
Champions
to you.
League final than you and
I
Arsenal.
still don't want to chat to
You're
you.
actually pathetic.
Honestly,
You've actually
guys,
pissed
the
me off
more
all day.
that we do this,
Oh yes, we're wasting our own time. Go on then. Let's all just sit back.
Guys,
from Summers
the
over
lineups are going to come out for Legia Warfare. God, grief.
Spurs and United watch today. Abby, if your club dare to fail, you better go into witness protection with the amount of cooking that you'll get. Big up. Gental, 1969. Don't forget, if Arsenal win 1-0 in Spain, that Don has to jump out of a plane. Big up Ty. Do they?
Is that what they agreed?
Abby and Matisse, if Arsenal win the Champions League, can you both go to the Armoury and buy yourself some tops, please? Abby's face is priceless, says Rye28. Robert Stevens, question to the panel. Everyone says Arsenal biggest bottle competitions, but I swear Tottenham the only team to get to a Champions League final and be behind for the full 90 minutes. Biggest
It
trophies
wasn't a
going.
pen. It literally wasn't a pen.
Oh, so do you want to replay? Because you can do that to
They
me. I'll do
literally,
it back
but
to you.
they
Do you want to
literally, but they
replay then?
changed the rule the next day.
Oh,
They
it's
changed the rule
mad.
the next day.
We can replay it if you want. Harvin Dakshan says,
I'm not
as a team
even
out,
violent with you.
well,
Just
as
go
a
for
team,
him.
oh, I'm trying.
Beefing
Go on, you do
everyone,
it
man.
All right.
She is moving.
Abby,
Just
stop
Raj,
it.
chill. Why are you
Do you
so
know
This
what I mean?
Gengen
I'm
press.
gonna sit
Mad.
there and chill.
This
Oh my God,
Gengen
it's
press
bad.
is
And
And then
crazy.
wonders why,
So
like,
many-
you know,
no,
what I
no,
mean?
no.
People
You
come for
started
it,
this
like,
today.
it's
You
not-
started this today
started
with
what?
me. You started it today with me.
You know what I mean?
This is
This one.
She's Gallagher.
Rattled,
No, go
man.
on.
She's blonde
See?
as well.
This
She's
is what I
Gallagher.
mean.
Now you don't want to read it. You
can't
prefer
even
you just
read.
want to read the
I
thing.
want.
Now
I
you
want to
give
get
it
through
back.
Go on
this.
then.
She's Gallagher.
Get
Oh,
through
just
then.
read
No,
it.
but
You're
you
wasting your
can-
own
Oh,
time.
come on. I want to
Fine.
eat my lunch, man.
This is mad. As a team out of
I ate
Europe
before
next
this, you
season,
gotta do that.
Tottenham and the lost Big Six position, being in a Champions League topic is wild to me. Vibe of silence. Abby says, Mbappe, Vinny, Real Madrid, rise. Arsenal fans, that's right, sing along, rice, rice, baby. AMD, Arsenal are favourite to win the Champions Leagues now at 28.4%. I think I gave you 25 on revision, so that's not even that
gave
much.
20.
On
You
revision,
gave
I
20.
said 25.
You
We'll
gave 20.
go back again.
You're so
Get
generous.
20.
Go on then.
Come on.
This is what I mean. Like, she keeps chatting. Just shut up then
Flex
for a
was
minute.
chatting as
Just
well.
don't speak.
Oh, you're that snitching class.
Yeah.
Oh,
Randall.
miss, he did it to you.
No, she is. She is.
It's the worst.
Alex, miss, you
Why are
didn't
you
give us
bringing my
homework.
name
Can you
into
give
it?
us homework,
You're
please?
wasting time.
Oh,
This
you're
was
the
her.
worst.
I would never say I want
Flex
homework.
did it as well.
I will say it for Laurie. It's time to show heart and build character. We are the best team in the competition, and we are 200% winning the Champions League trophy.
I
Big
like
up.
his confidence.
Precise sign. Spurs want to be in the big boys argument, but don't want the big boy questions. The reporter was right to ask, cry me a river. Jorge, if Ange wins, are you as a club want him out? She said that. A few more to go here. Jesus. Abby, where is Mikey Moore? Thought he was next up. So are we just forgetting the Chelsea game? Says, love United, hate the ops. Abby and Flex to hug it out before the stream ends. Mud bros got to stick together. Coys, says PM. No?
Don't hug people who
Adam,
throw things at me.
That the same AGT that said PSG was certain to hold it as a rural would say shut up. As a rural? What does that mean? Love United says, I think it's unfair to not preview the Chelsea game. My tits is Scamcho finally turning up tonight. And that's it. And that's
Finally.
it. Jesus Christ.
You did well to get through that.
I know, thank you, mate.
Is there no sausage of the week or anything?
Nah, because it's preview, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That's Mondays. I know you're desperate for a bit of sausage. Anyway, Flex, Abby, Laureate, spit up. What?
Bomba glass.
Come on, let me have a little one to end the show on. Come on, G.
And then you're going to try to sign out and leave it like that, yeah?
Literally.
Crazy.
Mad.
Have the whole chat up
Mad.
and down.
And you remember what Flex said the other day?
Mad.
On your head top.
Should we all go for lunch? You want to go for lunch?
I've brought my lunch. Keep myself to myself.
Yeah, rubbish, mate. Anyway, that's been some show, by the way. Almost 2 hours. Probably a record. Big up to everyone who's watched. Big up to us guys for taking part. And we'll see you again on Monday. Get the hell out of here now. Go.
Listen up. You're watching TikToks all day anyway, so why not get paid for it? Ever thought about making money from TikTok but you don't have any followers? Well, forget the 1,000 follower rule. GFN Vault has just changed the game. AFTV and DR Sports have partnered with one of the biggest UK creators, Anthony Owo, to bring you GFN Vault.
Our agency helps you earn, grow, succeed with exclusive support. With 0 following, you can start earning straight away. No gimmicks, no catches, 100% free.
Every big creator started from nothing, including me. So why not you?
Whether that is football, gaming clips, or just chatting complete and utter rubbish, anyone can be a creator, just like me.
So hit the link right now, get involved, and start earning today with GFN Vault. Do not sleep on this.